good, you know? Oh my god, happy Monday. Good gravy. Monday already. Crazy. Crazy. Oh my god, yo. Hi, Warlock. How goes it? MJ, you're with Charles? Charles Entertainment Cheese himself? Well, I gotta say I'm jealous. I gotta say I'm jealous. I'm jealous of it. I gotta admit. Oh my god, I am J.I. Warlock. How you both doing? Oh my god, Alexander, what's up, man? Hello, amazing humans. Hope you're doing well. Oh my god, I hope you're doing well as well. Oh my god, well as well. Yeah, I guess that works. That's English, right? Oh my god, yo, Lemon Bees, what's up, dude? Hey, Nappy is live. That's so true, Gred. So true. How you doing, man? Hopefully it was a good weekend. Hopefully it was good. I'd like to live in a world of the Moomins just to be a little dude. Hey, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy doing little things. Oh my god. Moomins, my beloved. So, you know what, Menacing? Great choice. Great choice. Yo. Looks like dinner is gonna be late. L, maybe? I don't know. Also, to answer the question, Star Wars. Hey! I might be a little obsessed right now. Just a little. Hey, I got obsessed once. Never stopped, but you know. Hey, Philio, what's up, dude? Percy Jackson. Hey, it's a solid choice. That is a spicy choice, my friend. Oh my good gracious. Oh, I haven't even transitioned to place all the blocks. They're so nonsensical. I love the little splash screens. They're so great. Oh my god. Yo, Mythic, what's up, dude? Hello. Oh my god. Oh man, happy Monday to you as well. Hey, Sally, what's up, dude? Hey, Canadian, dude, long time no see. How you been, man? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Hopefully good. Hopefully just as foggy as ever. I don't know why, but I will perpetually associate Canadian with fog. I think he sent like maybe, like it's not even like a lot. He sent like 3 photos at one time of like fog on a really early morning day, and I just saw them and I was like, I wish to be at this place. I wish to live amongst the fog. I wish to return to the green. As you shall too, Mr. Zombie. Hee. Oh, he's gone. If not Moomin's Pokemon. Hey, fair. Who wouldn't want to be the very best? Like, no one ever was. No one. Not a single person. Pet Bidoof. That's adorable. Isn't that just like a capybara mixed with like a, I guess, a beaver? Is that what it's mixed with? Middle Earth. Oh, see, I would choose Middle Earth, but unless you're a main character, like to me, I'm like, if I'm not a main character, I feel like Middle Earth just is a one-way ticket to just a horrid death. like, I mean, great choice. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love Middle Earth, but also I'm like, I would be the peasants running away from the Urukai. I would be the one with my Rohirrim running by like, hey, it's your problem, bye. You know? Oh man, I've played the wrong layer. What? Or plaid, whatever. Not bad. Nice to see I still have my crown. Hey yo, don't keep that head high, king. Get it? Crown, king. It makes sense. No one can tell me otherwise. As soon as I clicked on your stream, my dog woke up and started wagging its head. Because the dog knows. The dog knows. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I can deal with it. It's just on my base color layer, and I keep trying complex patterns of their own layer. Oh, I like the Avatar universe person. Same. For me, okay, so for me, I've always, on this question, for me, it's always been a thing of like, okay, am I a normal person? Like, do I have no powers if it's a world with powers, or am I a normal person? If I'm totally base human normal, I'd probably choose Star Wars. That's just sick. I love Star Wars. But if I had powers, I would choose the Avatar, The Last Airbender universe. Easy. Then again, Mythic could have meant the blue people. I am now realizing mayhaps Mythic meant the blue people. Mayhaps Mythic is just a big stan of James Cameron. Is just out here with the big foam finger like, we love you, James! You know, the rah-rah sis boom ba James Cameron fan club loves the Navi. That's what they're called, right? I'm like 99% sure that's what they're called. You know, it's probably the blue people. Oh, it does not mean the blue people? Oh, come on! Here I was thinking you meant the blue people, you know? That just felt so much like you, you know? You're so into animation that of course you'd choose the CGI live action blue people, you know? Oh man, Catch Me at the Green Dragon. Oh, Hobbiton would be pretty sick too. Avatar would be a good show, but there's always something bad going on in the world domination and stuff. No, it seemed like there was a lot of like peace for like a hot minute. And then the Fire Nation attacked. My friend, it seemed like Roku had it on wrap. Like, I would have loved to have lived under Roku, but just before my man bit it, you know? That would have been sick. I'll be one with the blue people. I will become one with the blue people. Can I have the blue Avatar universe? Hey, sure. I love the movie and have been waiting for another movie to come out. I have been waiting so long for these movies to come out, Kay. You have no idea. I remember my friends when we were like, I don't know, I think I was in elementary school, and they called me a liar because I said, hey guys, you know, I heard they're shooting the other ones. They're gonna shoot them back to back, and there's gonna be 4 more. And they called me a liar because they're like, no, and it's been almost it's been decades since, or however long it's been, I don't know. And then they were just like, oh, and I was like, yeah, oh, what's this? Napoleon was right. Fools. I mean, in fairness, it took a while. Like, I wasn't wrong at the time, but the source that quoted at the time, this is actually how I got into being so into movies at the time, I'm pretty sure. But like how I got so into, oh yeah, I came to get these things. But how I got so into movies and stuff at the time of like, oh yeah, gee willikers, I really love the idea of like, you know, knowing what movies are in production. Was partially because I remember reading about James Cameron being like, yeah, we're gonna make a Pandora world at Disney, and then I'm gonna make more movies. But then he went and got lost in a submarine or something. It was wild. I feel like most stories have worse things. Others. Fair enough. Yo, Wayplay, what's up, dude? But I would be proven wrong. Pokemon seems pretty chill. It does, except I also feel like sending your 10-year-old, like, can people die in Pokemon? Like, have people died in that universe? Like, do we know of anybody? Like, Ash came pretty close in that one movie, right? Oh wait, no, was it Pikachu who died? I've never actually seen the movie. I've seen the clip with big, like, anime tears, which sounds nonsensical when I say it. But you know when they do the big well-up tears for anime, and they're like, it's kind of like Ghibli movies where they have the big fat tears. I've never actually seen the movie, and like now I'm realizing, I don't know, is it Ash or Pikachu who dies? Also, spoilers, I guess. I don't know. That movie came out, I'm pretty sure, before I was even alive. Like, that's an old movie. But I think it was their first one. But oh wait, no, didn't come out. Never mind. Anyway, nah, I feel like Roku's way was plenty of problems. Nah, not a thing. He was out surfing. He was surfing Northern Water Tribe. Everybody was surfing Northern Water Tribe, you know? So kind of lead up to the blind. Oh no, it led up to a lot of problems. Like a lot of problems went on, but they never came to a head while he was alive, because he would have put that stuff to bed. He just trusted the Fire Lord too much. But yeah, no, otherwise his reign was like pretty peaceful, I'm pretty sure. Like his reign's just known for being bad because it ends poorly, but otherwise his whole thing was pretty pog, you know? It's pretty peaceful times. Pretty good time to be alive. Ash dies. That's right. Death caught him. Get it? Catch him? Oh my god. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of yeah, that Gesundheit. Love that movie. That's the one with Mew. I saw great art one time. It was of Mew being like, so you know how cats like the other cat, like a cat will hold its newborn cat by the scruff of its neck, and I think I saw art this one time of Mew just carrying around Mewtwo by the scruff of his neck, and I was like, that's adorable. He's so small, he can't carry him, but he can because he's Mew and he's powerful or something. Oh yeah, I should probably take this back so I can go get the other one. I realize I'm transplanting horses right now, but like, come on, that's important. Also, what do you mean dox it? I didn't dox nothing. I'm 1,034. You don't need to worry about nothing. It is very, but that's what I'm saying. It was a super cute piece of art. I was like, oh my god, I'm melting. And it takes a lot to melt me in my cold, frigid heart. Oh my god. I was talking about Pokemon Ranger game where you canonically perish on a sinking ship. Oh, I've never played a Pokemon game either. That's the thing. Like, listen. I watched Pokemon when I was really young. I don't know. It was when like Piplup showed up, I guess. I think that's what was going on. And then that's how I know how Turtwig sounds. Gonna go Turtwig, and I love that dude. And then I had some sick Pokemon cards that I still have today. I have like a shiny Torterra and like Chimchar, and you know, I could not for the life of me name the first 150. I don't even know what they are, but I know people care about it a whole lot, and that's pretty cool. Pokemon Go's pretty big still amongst a certain age group, I hear. What about hydration 15 minutes? That's devastating. That's illegal. How could you do this to me? What did I do to you? Grant, what did I do to you, man? Come on. Oh my god. Hey, I said maybe, you know, maybe I thought it came out in 90. Maybe I thought it came out in 1940. You know, they win the war, they go home, they watch Ash die in a movie, and everybody cries, and Mewtwo shows up. It's great. It's good fun. Good fun for the whole family. You guys seen Flushed Away before? That rat looks like Tom Holland. That is not a good transition at all, but it kind of is. You know, it does. You've seen the memes. Everybody's seen the memes. That rat looks like Tom Holland and Jack Black, and you cannot convince me otherwise. What? You're crying, but it's so true. He does. Come on, he looks like Tom Holland. That is not even like a meme. That's just honest. That's just honest to God what that rat looks like. Not a bad thing per se. Wow, you jump pretty high, don't you? Yeah, you're pretty decent horse. Can you breed these horses? They don't exactly have internal organs, so I don't know how that would work per se, but I feel like surely you must be able to, right? Like, but would just wheat do it? What do you feed bone boys? What do you feed the bony horses? Maybe give them a bone. Okay, well, I think they have enough of those, you know? They're kind of made of it. Like, do you feed a human? No. Silly goose. Sheesh, gabagool. You cannot breed the Skeletors, but you can get 4 per trap. Ah, it's dumb. What if I wanted to get a really powerful skeleton horse, though? One that just goes like that. Like, he goes by, but he goes by really quickly. He does a I don't know if that actually had the Doppler effect or not. That's the Doppler effect, right? Yeah, I don't know if that did or not, but I did it with my head physically. I went by the mic. I don't know if that even did anything. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it just sounded like I looked directly into the mic and went Neom. And everybody's like, okay, there was no change, so that was a weird thing to do, Mr. Napoleon. And I went, well, maybe to you. Lord. The Skeletors are always weak no matter what. Ah, devastated. I hate it here. If we meet Soup, it would be his first time meeting though. Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna go see Soup right just a second. I guess we can go check in on the man. He's doing pretty well. He's pretty chuffed today, you know. It goes ka-choo. It goes ka-chow. Kerclunk. Oh man. Yes, we're going to see, you know, the music changed. It got all happy and what's the game I'm thinking of? I want to say Farmville, but that's not the game. It's Stardew Valley. That's the game I was thinking of, but all that comes to mind when I think of Stardew Valley is just I had this family member, because this was before I was allowed to have Facebook, and then Facebook became irrelevant by the time I could have it, so I was like, okay, I guess. No. This is not where Soup lives. Why did I come here? Anyway, but I remember they loved Farmville with like every fiber of their being. I was like, good gravy. This is so much. You're just doing, you're doing so much right now. You know that? Soup, my friend. How goes it? How you doing, my man? Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. You been well? What? Well, his expansion's not done either yet, so. I mean, you say put it off. I say, well, health codes and whatnot. You know. I mean, what would you like expanded? What? You want to move what? That is so far away. Why would I move you there? Well, there's not even anything there. No, I'm not making you a lodge. You crazy? Well, no, I just... Listen, the library, you can live in the library eventually. Oh, just a private lodge. Just to live in. I mean... Well, okay, that's not fair. That's... How dare you? I absolutely could. What? I could absolutely make a lodge. I'd make the best darn lodge you've ever seen. No, what do you mean? I absolutely could. Are you doubting my capabilities to build a lodge? What? What would make you say that? What? Oh, you just don't think I can. Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop. No, I'm gonna make plans. You'll see. I'm gonna make the best lodge you've ever heard. No. You think you're so great? I'll show you a lodge. You think you're so cool with your no lodge here? You wait, Soup. No, just you wait a minute. I can absolutely build a lodge. You're acting crazy. Somehow feel I was played in that conversation. But I don't know how yet. I don't like talking to Soup. He knows how to. I don't like it. He knows me. He just seems to know me really well. I don't like that. Soup. And you guys are no help either with your lodge. What? I gotta make plans first. There gotta be plans. Does Soup play Pokemon? The people need to know. What? No. Poggers.
Hey Naps, been a minute.
Yo!
I started working, so I don't have much time to watch any more Bible Thump.
Oh man, yo, Piggly Wiggly. Oh my god, long time no see, dude. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 7-month Prime, man. And dude, no worries at all, man. And I'm happy to have you here when you're able to, and I hope all's well. I mean, started work and everything like that. That sounds exciting at the very least. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you've been keeping well, keeping healthy, you know. But no, seriously, thank you so much for the Prime, man. That's so kind of you. Oh man. Oh wait, no, I need this. For you, Piggly Wiggly. That's for you. That's for you. I had a little spice, you know. Oh, at least I got money there. True. And I mean, I don't know. Somebody's probably gonna tell you work experience is valuable. Probably. I don't know. Not me, but that's all. Wait, I should be encouraging things. I don't know. Am I meant to be a role model at this point, or could I still shirk any responsibility? Or no, I guess it's a one-way ticket to becoming a Logan Paul, you know? I don't know why I said his name like that, but but I liked it. It was a fun way to say it. Oh my god. Weird how he knows you. I know, right, MJ? Weirdo. I think he's just like one of those people. He just gets you, you know? who just her? Hello? Oh, Elio, what's going on, dude? Useless. Get better stuff. Huh? How about that? God, ignore me. Oh my God. Yeah, you know why. You never have anything good, man. Get some moss. Moss. I love moss. Moss. Oh my God. I don't know what it is about moss in Minecraft, but it is my favorite thing ever, and that's just a fact. Nice. Sick. $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it? Oh my God. Oh yeah, I got the new bouncy ball. I don't really do much. Much here. Feels weird. Feels tingly. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Oh yeah, and I got that stuff too. Don't like that either. That stuff's alright. Stuff feels hot. Feels warm. He's a man of earth. He sells flowers. Plants don't bully him. Oh, he sells coral too, so evidently he can do more than just earth. You and Super are in a toxic relationship. Pfft, no. He wishes. He's way too old for me. Visually speaking. I mean, technically, I guess I have no idea. Well, actually, that's a real thing with David right now. And you know what? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. How y'all been?
13 months BBY.
Yo, Edward! Dude! BBY before the Battle of Yavin? What happened 13 months before the Battle of Yavin? Okay, that was a dumb joke. Oh my God, yo! Edward, thank you so much for the resubmit. 13 months, oh my God! Mans is absolutely cracked with it. How you doing, man? How's life? Oh, actually, don't let me forget this, Edward. My friend who I asked about those things for you for the suit was like, oh, it just came back from like, I don't know. I think they were in the Czech Republic. Anyway, they were doing some fashion thing there with their degree, and they were like, oh yeah, you should send these. Like they had photos of their dress, and they're like, oh yeah, you should, because they just love talking to people who have costuming degrees or do historical fashion. Because they just desperately need friends. No, I'm kidding. That's so mean. That's so mean. You don't even know them. I can't even trash talk them this badly. But anyway, they were like, you should send this along to them if that's not weird and creepy. And I was like, I mean, I'll ask in front of people if that is weird and creepy. But yeah, I don't know. I might send that to you later. Because they were like, yeah, you should show them. It's just like on a stand. It's not like anything anyway. But yeah, they were like, here's my Rococo period dress or something. And I was like, oh, I know somebody who might be a Rococo enjoyer. You know? That's Rococo crazy. Get it? Because I said Rococo crazy. You see what I did? You see what I did there at the end with the crazy attached to Coco? No? Bueller? Okay! Just me! Alright, I get it! Yeah, that's what I said. They were like, oh, what's the... I was like, no, you're not... No, that's not allowed. It's docs material, but I can pass it along. Cause yeah, I don't know, they spent a year making this dress or something like that, and by hand, and I was like, how? Because I looked at it and I was like, that is something out of Disney, my friend. What is this? Like, they made their own crinoline. I don't know if that's impressive or not. That's just all I know. That's not all I know, but I remember that was a thing. They were like, yeah, one of the projects was to like learn how to make a crinoline from scratch, and like that's part of the ensemble or something. But anyway, it's a whole thing. I don't really understand what a crinoline is, but I think it's like a course. I was gonna say a corsage. I think it's like a corset with like knot. If that makes sense. What do you mean jail? I'll send you to jail. It's only more, exactly, it only gets more funny as I explain it. The more I explain it, the funnier it gets. What do I need these eyes for anyway? Probably nothing. Ooh, golden sword. Sports address? Sure. What am I thinking? Is it the stays then? Is that the thing? Piggly Wiggly, why? I trusted you. You monster, you menace. Oh man. The whole hydrate is so expensive now. Yeah, you could blame menacing for that one, and that's not even on me. I mean, like, I chose it, but you know, they forced my hand. Inflation affects every aspect of life. Not even Napoleon the Seventh Stream is safe from inflation. Wait, did you go over here and did you drop little? Did you drop leads? Are there leads around here? I'm looking for a lead on leads. They probably were, and then I slept, and now they've despawned. You're useless. Anyway, I haven't even said what we're doing today. I recognize the council has made a decision, but given it's a stupid decision, I've elected to ignore it. Oh my god. Stays word early form of course. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. They just made everything, and it scares me. It terrifies me. I'm like, that how? Because I always forget things just get wait, that makes no sense. I was gonna say I always forget things get made, but I guess everything gets made. So like that, so like duh. But on the other hand, like, you know what I mean? Like, most things just show up in a shop. I don't have to like think about it too much outside of when I'm writing a paper on globalization. But that's for a different story. Yo, Dungeon, dude, what's up, man? I'm the menace. I'm the one. A little image now? I know, right? Things are really looking up here on the Napoleon the Seventh channel. You see, chat. You see, chat. Your contributions too can improve the capabilities of a streamer just like so. And soon enough, I have enough money to give to emote artists who can then make me bigger versions of the emote, and then bada bing, bada boom, baby, it can go as an overlay. Gabagoo. This advertisement has been for the Napoleon the VII Foundation. Oh yeah, what we're doing today. Anyway, so yeah, the plan is we gotta go to the Nether. So that's gonna be fun. You know, everybody loves the Nether, especially MJ. It's super fun, super hot, super great. Real hot commodity right now. Ba-dum-bum. But we gotta go to the Nether because we need quartz. Then we gotta work on, I wanna work on the waterway a bit more. I'm hoping to get that kind of like fleshed out finally to like then put in the water so it's there, and then I can work on the bridge that goes over top it so that the actual outer part of the castle looks finally finished and nice. Cause that'd just be nice to do. And then beyond that, intense screaming, not to the Nether, please. Oh man, and then we gotta work on tree, cause I'm tree falling. Oh my gosh. Nep has many a goofy image to put on screen now. This is true, but not all of them are goofy. Come on. Wait, MJ, are you saying they're all goofy images? MJ, you can't say they're all goofy images. That's MJ. That's homophobic. MJ, I would expect better from you. Tisk. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, MJ. Am I even allowed to make this joke? I don't know. I'm in a loosey-goosey mood today. Why not? Oh man, I'll be talking to them through your DMs now. Oh great, I'm a carrier pigeon. Awesome. Nep, you were ever surprised to find out that means come from animals? That sounds like you might have been. What, Nep? Were you ever surprised to find out that meat comes from animals? No, I always knew that. I watched dinosaur movie. Actually, some of the first movies I watched. Actually, the first movie I think I ever watched or was introduced to involved that. It was like an animated movie with dinosaurs. It's on a DVD, and the dinosaur died, and I was sad. But yeah, unsubscribe, cancel. Oh, that's goofy. No, it's floozy. Oh no, we've influenced him into the jokes. I'm so powerful. Oh, one of these days we're gonna just unhinged laugh. Not like that, like the laugh, but like the full-on, like if you ever seen Batman Mask of the Phantasm, the like absolutely losing it laugh that happens in that from the Joker right before he dies, like that. I'm gonna do that someday. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a whole production, man. People are gonna be scared, and you should be. You should be. Yo, climbing wolf, how goes, dude? How do? This is the true. I still am so confused as to what yassification means, but I'll take your word for it. All right, I'll take your word for it. I just don't understand it too much, you know. You really are in a silly, goofy mood. What a good laugh. He's insane, Your Honor. Oh my God. What's the chicken called? Terrence. Terrence the turkey. But he's a chicken. He's a bit confused, but we like him still. We like him. He just doesn't understand. He's like that chicken from Moana, you know? Except totally different, and just also a silly, goofy chicken. Wait, what? Nat gives me the same vibe that the Renaissance Fair Whip guy has. I don't know why, but it's a spicy Who's the Renaissance Fair Whip guy? Wait, do you mean the guy who practices bull whips? That, like, just at every Renaissance fair, the guy with the bull whip? Cause my God, do I own a bull whip? I mean, that's just because I really liked Indiana Jones as a kid, but I don't think that's connected, to be quite frank with you. Yes, haha, his name's Frank, hee hoo hoo, ha 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 ho ha ha ho ha. So funny. Oh my God. Yo, KDB. Nap, name more things. Like just things in general? Or like just start saying words or start naming creatures? Stop naming things because Pink will add them to the wiki. Oh, I see how it, I see. That one, oh my God, is this turning into the Dream SMP where I can't break even a single block because the block's name is Gregory the Third and he's in fact been placed there by, I don't know, Pokemon at one point. Ah, wait a minute, no, that's illegal. I'm sorry, that struck me a lot more than I thought it would. I wasn't ready and I thought I was in the nether and then I was like, wait a minute, no, there's time. I'm alive, I'm safe. Always one of those concerns. Oh man. The one in the costume with the drawn on mustache. What does that? Gesundheit? I need to know who this whip man is. Miller keeps talking about, oh, well, I mean, of course, as, oh, wait a minute, Edward, not everybody's gonna know that. I think like 10 people were here for that. Like, wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh, man. You know what? I'm not even gonna explain it. I hope it cancels me. What a way to go. What a way to go. What a way to go. I feel like if I'm to get canceled someday, it's gonna be from a misunderstanding. I guarantee it. I'm gonna get too into some topic, not like that kind of a topic, but like a topic about, I don't know, that I'm actually, you know what? Let's just not go into that. Let's just not go into what I think is gonna get me canceled. Oh my God. I've just seen too many weird, bad, uneducated takes on Twitter where I'm like, if I have to see another person on Twitter who like basically just says, yeah, but just don't be poor. Like, Gesundheit, what? How is that anyway, people are weird, man. People genuinely, I just do not understand that lives exist, that like, experiences exist that are not their own. And that's so weird that they can't fathom that. I'm like, really? You never like met another kid on the playground and you're like, wow, you don't think the same that I do. That's interesting. Or like you were raised in a different socioeconomic background than me. That's cool. I mean, obviously as a kid, you probably weren't saying that, but you know what I mean? Gets canceled for imperialism. Honestly, I'll take it. Yes. What a way to go. I'm gonna get canceled for throwing hands with Maximilian Robespierre. Who can catch these hands? Anybody I can get dinner with, living or dead, it's him. Just so that I can wombo combo him right into the... You know what? I can't continue in my PG-13 normality, so let's just not. God, I hate that, man. If it wasn't such a gross habit, I would speak. Bow, 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 bow. I'll get an andesite. I need lots of andesite. You absolutely placed that block there to block lava before. Oh, absolutely. It was a one andesite block on its own. I was like, oh, that's weird. I've normally mined andesite like this. And then I mined it. And I was like, oh, that's why. Okay. I think there's lava behind this thing eventually too. If I like mined in enough, I think there's lava in there as well. I need to get more tough. Ram tough. Or wait, no, it's Ford tough. Which one is it? I don't know. I don't buy truck. I don't buy any vehicle, actually. I wish. It'd be fun. Really wouldn't, actually. I mean, I can't say I've never understood it. I've just never really been a car guy. Like, it's just not really my thing. I'm like, I mean, cool. If that's your hobby, that's awesome. Sick. Awesome. Good for you. Genuinely enjoy the things you love. I've just personally never been, like, too infatuated with it. So I just don't know too much. Which is why it's always a problem when you go places and they're like, what was the make and model? And I'm like, it was a car. That's all I know. And they go, oh, okay, well, that's entirely unhelpful. I'm like, how am I to know, man? I don't know. It had a symbol that went whoosh. Like on, on its little front little place, it had a decal that goes whoosh. Like, that's the best I can describe it for you. It went ding, 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 whoosh. That doesn't really tell you much. And they go, no, it doesn't. And I was like, if it's not an H or a ram, a literal ram, then I got nothing. I got bubkiss. If it doesn't literally say like Ford or something like that, then what about, no, I got nothing. Oh, man. Update, we are no longer at Chuck E. Cheese. No! It's okay. I recorded Resident Evil Village content with a friend and they say no more trans rights when something happened, and I'm like, I promise I'm nonsense, bro. One of my nieces, my brother got a braces off. She's asking me if she could make them into earrings or as a Christmas ornament. Freaky deaky, but cool, I guess. I'm gonna be canceled episode 1. L plus ratio, man. Oh. Yeah, truck doesn't suit you. What do you mean it doesn't suit me? Come on. I could drive a pick-em-up truck, you know? I got engine oil on my hands at times. Brake fluid. You know? Similar such things. I know how to refill whatchamacallit, wiper fluid. So, you know, pretty cool. I've emptied an oil tray. Yeah. How you like them apples? It was a blue car. Exactly. That's the best I got for them. I'm like, it was blue and it went meow. Hello? Gesundheit. Got absolutely obliterated. Dude wound up and everything. Dude was like, I'm winding up. Nope. Nada. Nothing. Bubkiss. What breed is your car? Wow, I've never felt like I knew more about cars than anyone else but Nap out here making me feel good about myself. Oh, what do you mean it doesn't suit me? Okay, there is no guarantee I live in a city. I'm very country. I'll have you know. I live in the sticks. I'm from the boonies. That's right. You don't know. Don't know nothing. I am just so, you know, there is one restaurant in the whole town. That's it. Yep. It's a diner. Our cops, they wear the silly hats. I mean, sheriff hats, whatever you want to call them. Oh my god. Why would you have brake fluid on your hands? Because it was shop class. It was shop class and they were just passing it around. Then my friend threw it at me. So I got on me. It stained the heck out of my clothes. Same with transmission fluid. There's some of that red little, well, I guess more pink transmission fluid. It sucked. It ruined one of my favorite flannels. I was sad. It got on my Converse. I was so sad, actually. Oh man, that pair. I still have that pair of Converse. Oh my god, it absolutely obliterated me. I was astounded. It ruined. Oh, they were so sick too. They were so. Why are those separated? That is so weird. Because Kaz, so true. He's actually from the Goonies. So true. You lived in the sticks of Bermuda. Exactly. It's funny, okay? What? They were taking shots of break. No, they were throwing it around. Anyway, pizza time. Okay, Peter Park, calm down. Anyway, boy, medicine, if that means you're leaving. If that means you're leaving. Wait a minute, no! Get absolutely destroyed twice, you fool. Skeletor over here thinks he's hot stuff, but he ain't nothing. Hello? Oh, do I got torches? I do. I do got torches. Did I seal this up? Yes, I did. I remember now. Okay, this is making a lot more sense. I was like, why did I seal this up again? Making so much more sense. I remember what I was doing. Oh, you guys don't need to know about that. Don't worry about that. You were you know, we're gonna throw hands in a second, Edward. I swear to God, if you tell me I live in suburbs, I will end you. That is a bona fide threat. In Minecraft. Don't you dare tell me I lived in suburbs. Ew. Suburbia can absolutely lick. Anyway, man, andesite is such a versatile block, man. It's really useful for like texturing builds, I think, which is pretty awesome. Like, I think it really helps accentuate when you want to use stone brick in a build or just use a lot of base stone, and so that's why it's been really helpful for me in the walls that I've made. I'm hoping this will be enough for like a little bit, by the way. You know, here, let me go store some of this, like a little, like a chipmunk in this chest that I got back here. There's just because I said not suburbs doesn't mean city. I lived in the sticks. I was on the fan boat, you know. I would go down the river in a fan boat. It was wild times. You know, it was crazy. It was insane. It was absolutely bonkers. Yeah. Don't make din now. I'm baked chicken. Oh, Nap likes New York. Therefore, what? How does that track? I think it's a wonderful little hotspot. I think it's great. You know, I mean, I think it's got a lot of problems. I think its mayor's absolutely nuts. But you know, like, I think its former governor deserved what he got. But you know, other than that, in general, I think those are just standard opinions people have. You know. So true. You don't have an accent. The constituent having lived in that area that commonly uses these boats. Oh yeah, what's that accent? Well, she likes New York. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute. No, lots of people like New York. Listen. New York's great. Everybody loves New York. Just got a lot of problems and everything smells like sewage. That's all. Which sounds bad when I say it like that, but you know. When yeah, I've visited, you know, maybe once. Only a nerd would know, or they just paid attention to the politics of, you know, Twitter when it was trending, because, yeah, it was a big scandal. Everybody's I love you. Ah, well, see, there you go. See, bing, boom. Yeah, New Yorkers hate New York. Why would they? Proof. Get obliterated, nerds. You absolute rapscallions. I have never, nor will I ever say that I am from a city like that. That'd be crazy. No, please. All right, now let's keep digging up here. Oh man. Oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow, big news for tomorrow. I mean, not that I'm streaming it, but like, I mean, I'm gonna stream it Friday, but tomorrow, Stray comes out. The cat game, it comes out tomorrow. You know, I think that's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I think that's kind of awesome. Never believe in New York tomorrow. Is your last chance to get apple juice with me? I'm not even. I've never been. I wouldn't even know how to find New York on a map. You know? You're crazy. Ooh, ooh. I'm back. Amply directed to the forehead. I'm back, welcome back. Where plant? But yeah, no, Stray comes out tomorrow. I'm super excited for it. It seems like such a cute little game. Like, I genuinely hope they really lean in. I hope it is not leaned in as a gimmick. I hope it is just purely leaned into the, like, I want the world to not acknowledge that I'm a cat, but I want the gameplay to have reason for you to be a cat. You know what? But also, I kind of want it to just be a game where it's like, yeah, this could be any game, but we just made you a cat because that's cool. You know, like that kind of feels right. But also, I feel like they're gonna do something. Like, I'm wondering what that size and like, I mean, cats are liquids. So like, by scientific measurement, I'm not joking. Someone won a I've said this before. Someone won a Nobel Prize. A Nobel Prize in the sciences for proving that cats are a liquid by definition. They're not a solid, they're a liquid. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look it up. Nobel Prize winning work. I forgot. I forgot. My bad. Okay, that time's not my fault, because how would I know that that block is also lava, you know? Nap, I've lost like 8 hardcore worlds in 4 weeks. Oh, how do you get to this part with the enchanted gear or the big mine? I mean, in general, it's kind of just a lot about, like, I turtled it heavily, if that makes sense. Like, one second, hopefully this doesn't kill me. Don't like that. Don't like that. Oh, it actually it was kind of nice. A little bit. Felt warm. Weird. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, Chicken. Like, the way that I got here was I never took risks. Like, for one of the major things to do, never go in a ravine. If you find the big caves, don't do it, you know? Like, don't go into big caves. Don't go into a ravine. Etc, etc, etc. Like, I very much have built myself up. I've built high, you know what I mean? So like, or built tall, or whatever you want to call it. So when you build tall in Minecraft, that means that you really sit on your laurels. You don't expand too much. You try to do readily what's just below you. You strip mine, you know? I didn't say it felt homey. I just said it felt nice, you know? Kind of like a warm blanket. It was weird. It was like a weird tingly feeling. It was a weird little, it was quick though, I don't know. Maybe there's something in the stew. Didn't feel bad weird, just weird, you know? Like, I didn't like it at first. It was just too warm and like, whoa, that's a lot, you know? But no, genuinely, like, part of the whole thing for how I've survived this long is I didn't take the risks, and I learned how to build tall. I very much ensured that I got, like, once I got, diamond stuff. Well, I guess that's not totally true because I did do exploration without the enchants. But yeah, in the big open areas, don't go into big open caves or ravines. That's a one-way ticket to creepers dropping on your head. Strip mine till you have diamond. That's the best advice I can give. In terms of like getting to farther along in the game, don't be afraid to take it slow. Iron tools don't suck that much. Just put on a podcast or something like that, or talk to yourself like I do. I mean, I guess technically I talk to Chad, but like, you know, to a degree, it's mostly talking to myself. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like, you know, like that's part of what's helping is I just kind of work out what I want to do. All right, let's go work on that. Let's go work a bit on that little. I want to expand out the end that goes into the river. On the what's that? The western end. Don't mine at night. Something Kenny Loggins. Or we know it was Kenny G. That's the dude. Yeah, that man, Kenny G. What guy? Is he still chill? Is he still cool? Is that like not a cool guy anymore? I have no idea. I mean, heck of a jazz artist. I just don't know anything else about him. And a lot of jazz artists are kind of problematic, not gonna lie. Drop creepers got me in the last world. Shame too. It was a beautiful spawn location. Ooh. See, yeah, drop creeper, like people underestimate them. They will absolutely obliterate you to the ends of the earth. They are the bane of most players' existence. Because you gotta realize, until I had until I got to this level, a creeper exploding next to me brought me to half a heart, and then you get shot by something else. Like it's bap bap. It's you find yourself in a bad location. You're like, ooh, this has gone poorly fast, you know. Sick. And yeah, like that, and like that. Perfect. Where is that andesite? Wherefore art thou? Mine andesite. Mining and sleeping were the only things to do at night. I mean, not according to Captain Sparkle. I know that you're looking at the cave and you're feeling pretty brave. Go to bed. It'll be all right. Don't mine at night. Which actually, okay, listen, good song, but Chicken is correct because genuinely, like, while a good song, nonsensical, because nighttime doesn't affect mining. If you're in a mine, that doesn't matter unless you're leaving the mine. Don't leave the mine at night. Should be what the song is called. Because yeah, you don't try to get out at the middle of the night because you know you're gonna get got. You're gonna get absolutely geschmeckled. But like that's not got anything to do with not mining at night. That's just bad luck, buddy. Bad luck, pal. You know that's not. Oh no, he was mining at night and now he's got obliterated. No, you know. I think there's just too much put onto the idea that like this was your fault for some reason in that case. When in fact, it was a tricksy little hobbitses. By hobbitses, I mean a creeper. Which, I mean, are totally unrelated to hobbits, but I mean, are they? You know? Distant cousins. Probably. Speaking of, he says to go to bed. That makes sense. I mean, I get like, but that's the thing is, once you're in the mine, it doesn't really matter what time of day it is. It's just so it's not don't mine at night. It's, you know, sleep before leaving the mine. Bring the bed with you. Sleep when you're about to leave. You know? Because that's where the only problem is if you don't sleep right before leaving. Oh man. Oh yeah, so TwitchCon ended up, by the way. Gotta go for now. Sorry for not being too active. No, there's nothing to apologize for, dude. People are perfectly fine to lurk and not say a word if they want. Happy to have you as long as you want to be here, as long as I'm being entertaining, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day, though, dude. Why? Have a nice stream rest of your day. See you Friday. See ya. Bye. Will it affect village if you mine near them at night? I've not experienced that happening. Like personally, like it didn't affect my village. Like there was no effect there for me, but you know, that doesn't guarantee anything. That's just my experience with it, you know? But I think the music video is just like, you know, don't mine at night just like sounded good. Don't mine during the day also doesn't make sense. Like, it's just like, no other lyric really makes sense there, you know? It's like, oh yeah. Don't mine at night, I guess. But no, TwitchCon ended out. Oh man, it looks so fun. It looks so fun. I see Sam was talking about it too. He's talking about it on Twitter. He's like, yeah, I should have gone. And I was like, yeah. Just because it looks fun. Like, even just as a fan of other Twitch content creator, like genuinely, it would have been cool to like, not that I think anybody who watched me actually went, but beyond that, like, it was just kind of like, oh man, it seems like it'd be cool, like a cool experience to like do that and like get to go and stuff like that. Also, Amsterdam just seems like such a lovely city. It just seems so nice. It seems so quaint. Everything about it, you know? Similarity between creepers and hobbits is no shoes, small, incredibly destructive potential, hissed friends. It's adding up. It's adding up. I don't like it. Rissy, wake up. I don't like it. Rissy, wake up. I don't like it. Rissy, wake up. I don't like it. Oh my god. Wait, actually, you know what I could put down there? You know what might be right down here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. What do you think of them apples? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Vector. Oh, Vector. You never cease to amuse, my friend. You never cease to amuse. He doesn't. He's Vector. He's hilarious. Everything about him funny. Funny, funny man. Funny, funny man, that Vector. No, we don't need this. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about TwitchCon that just seems really cool. That was the thing, right? Didn't Frodo hiss at Sam? Yeah, he hissed at one point. I think, well, in the same way that like Smeagol does and stuff like that. Or, well, I guess it was Bilbo that hissed at Frodo. I don't think Frodo ever got far enough along to be at the like totally lost his mind hissing phase. But he got to the like, what do you know of it? Like, you know, like that stage. So like, you know, that's also not a good stage to be at. Nothing. I'm sorry, Mr. Frodo. I'm just your gardener who's kind of in an indentured servitude. It's a little unclear. Like, that's the thing. I will say, not to ruin anybody's, like, not to ruin anybody's fantasy, but there's a lot of people who be like, oh man, I wish my life was just like the hobbits, they like yada yada yada. Like a lot of people are like really big on that, and I can understand it. It seems like a really charmed life, but a lot of people don't realize, like, in the canon, Frodo, Merry, and Pippin are all loaded. Like, they're all from really wealthy hobbit families. The Baggins of Bag End were already wealthy, but then after coming back with the treasure for Smaug, like, or Smaug, whatever you want to say, Bilbo, like, the fortune was set. Like, they never would need to worry about money again, kind of thing. Just because of how cost of living was in the Shire and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like, it's kind of just not true that like the hobbits lived these really like that all hobbits lived that way. Most hobbits were like Sam, who were, you know, effectively serfs to some degree. They were not unlike serfs, which is just kind of like one of those funny things of like, yeah, a lot of people seem to think the hobbits were one way, but no, they had a pretty sick life, even without going on that grand adventure. You know, it was like, I mean, kind of not really the quaint little story that most people think it is. For that, I mean, like, because that's the thing is like the Tooks and stuff like that. They're like Pippin and stuff like the fool of a Took. You know, they were a famed family. It's been like 5 movies. What? Remember Vector? Oh yeah, he was in one of the movie years ago, and he's huge. What? Yeah, I love Vector. You saying I can't like Vector? You're saying, oh wow, you can't like this character because they were only relevant in this one movie. Me. Okay, so can I not like Greedo? Can I not like Greedo in Star Wars because he was only there for a hot second and then got? I just think Vector was cool. I just think the meme's a little funny by times. That's all. I just think he's a funny meme. I just like the way he says it. All right, like, what fictional world would you say? Oh, well, I would say, if I had powers, I would live in the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe. If I didn't have powers, I would live in Star Wars. Because like, and it's fully dependent. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to be a Jedi in Star Wars as well, but like, if I have to choose like a world, if I could pick a universe that lets me have powers, then every time I am absolutely always choosing Avatar. That's just sick. It's just awesome. Everything about it seems so cool. But if I don't get the powers, then it's the same with like, yeah, for Middle Earth, I wouldn't choose Middle Earth if I didn't have powers, because it's kind of like, yeah, it seems like a one-way ticket to being absolutely obliterated by some Urukai. Which, like, I'm just not in the habit of doing, you know? I'm just not, it's not what pleases me as a human, as a human being. I'm not super fond of the idea of being obliterated by the Urukai. Which, you know, as a sentence might seem a little odd, but you know, yo, Jay, what's up, dude? Made a piranha gun. See? Great villain. Awesome, cool dude. Deserves recognition. Megamind who? Megamind whomst, you know? Yeah. Yeah, what do you think of that one? Yeah. Yeah, what if I come after the precious Megamind? Oh no. Oh no. He's also math nerd, so it makes sense you like him. But math nerds aren't really my thing. I'm not like big on math. Aang era, World of Korra era, or the hypothetical modern era that they seem to be drifting towards. Aang era is what I'd use, which I understand, or like the immediate post collapse of the Fire Nation, like end of war era, which is written about in like the comics and stuff like that. Like that era, probably specifically. That's probably the most fun era. Otherwise, there is certainly a real chance I get obliterated by some firebenders. But if I could bend, I would just beat them, you know? I'd just be cool, man. I'd just be awesome. And nothing bad would ever happen to me because I'm awesome and Pog. And bad things never happen to cool people. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I feel like that can be easily disproved. So, you know what? Let's just pretend. Let's just not get too deep into it, you know? Wait, actually, you know what? You know what? That's wrong. I want to take it out. I want to take it out a step. I want to take it out a step because I'm gonna bend this way a bit. So you know what? Yeah. Yo, it's not Muhammad. Thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Oh man. Be more like Vector. Harass boomers in the bank lobby. Devastated. Oh my gosh, not the what do we call it, bank lobby, man. Come on. I think Vector was just misrepresented. That's my take. That's my take on it. The speaking of villains over, oh my god, Edward, why? Okay, I'm back. What's up? Not a lot of menacing. We're working on the waterway. Man said hacker. Man said hacker to the single player world. Okay. Wait, no, I need to put it away. Oh. Could you imagine studying history after the Fire Nation War? Try to find the most records. I know, right? It'd be sick, dude. Or just trying to. Actually, that reminds me. I have like this. So there's this D&D character that's been rolling around in my mind that I kind of want to make, and I don't know exactly. So like, I often make a lot of characters with like a lot of what do we call it? With a lot of hooks put into them, because you know, it's just it's critical to doing so. It's pretty important. It's pretty important to be able to have hooks into your character, or else you're not gonna really go anywhere. Unless it's like a total one shot, and then you don't need to worry about it too much. But you know what? Like, just genuinely, I kind of want to make a cartographer. Because that's like instant reason that you're traveling the world. You want to engage with everything because you're trying to make maps of just everything. You're trying to chart the entire world. There's charts that might already exist, but you think, but those are by phonies, not me. I'm way cooler than any of those guys. It's just a cool way to do it, you know? Half of now. So there's this D&D kit. Listen, I'm a big fan. What can I say? There's no way you have full enchanted armor, buddy. The year's like the world's over a year old. if you don't have full enchanted by over a year, I would be a little sad. I'd be like, well, this is kind of a sad little world. Off with that little dun, 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 dun. Actually, I don't know how loud the music is or is not for you guys. Actually, I should probably I'm adjusting it at like almost every stream because I'm trying to figure out what's a good level, because I always feel like it's maybe too loud compared to like the level that my vocals are at, but then I'm wondering like maybe it's not loud enough. Big. But then like at the same time I'm like, I don't know if it's loud enough, you know? What a lapse in time. What were we talking about? Some crazy texture. Oh my god. What music? Oh, can you guys not hear the music at all? It's quiet this stream. Okay, see, that's good to know, because I could never tell. Yo, Desky, what's up, dude? I have a wooden rod and I've turned it into a deadly force of nature. Well, you and half of the ancient world. That is a solid take from most of the ancient world. Sick, dude. Is it like a particularly shaped stick, or you just like found any stick and were like, you know what, this is my cudgel, and I will use it with the most honor I have ever used anything in the world. Myself many times, and every time a solid answer has been the world of Aragon. Ooh, being a dragon rider or an elf or both would be so cool, and the magic rules, and oh, it's just super cool universe. Fair. I feel like I've either seen the movie for that, or I've seen, it was either the movie itself. Also, yo, Zimbistan, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. It was either the movie or I saw, what's up? Not a whole lot. Mostly working on a waterway from that's gonna become a canal. The movie does not exist. Oh, okay. I don't know. I saw the movie at one point. I feel like I saw it on like Netflix or something like that, and I was like, okay. You know, what was that movie that like had Robert De Niro in it? It was Robert De Niro, and he was like a sky captain who collected lightning and stuff. It was this whole thing, and then all the princes would die, but as they would die, they would stay ghosts until the last prince was crowned like victorious or whatever. And there was these witches, Starlight maybe, Stardust. I feel like that's the case. Okay, I'm feeling like this is a total Avatar situation of there's no movie in Ba Sing Se, so I'm gonna move past the movie, I suppose. I once found a stick and didn't lose it for over a year until I somehow lost it. That's a rip, I'm not gonna lie. That's harsh. That would affect me. That would affect me as a person. I would be sad after that for a while, I think. I don't know, anytime I like have anything for like long periods of time where I'm like, oh wow, this is like a collectible to me now. If I would lose it, I'd be so sad. I'd be like not distraught, just bummed, you know? I'd just be bummed out. I'd be like, aw. Just like the IRL Avatar. That's what I thought. The movie is awful. Read the books. Fair enough. Mr. Pink is the love of my life. I have pink pen that I like. It is a black ink, and outside is pink. Mr. Pink has brought me home. He vowed I mean, Pog. For like the briefest of minutes, I thought. For the briefest of minutes, I was like, hey, yo, did Mr. Pink just hop onto Pink's account and hype himself up? Because that's kind of baller. That's kind of sick. I was like, that's kind of awesome, but I'm not going to lie. I thought that was just going to be like a really long post about just how awesome Mr. Pink was. And I was like, hey, yo. The books are amazing. I feel like I saw the books as a collection for sale at one point from like a used bookstore. Wow. I can't believe Pink is gatekeeping. Unbelievable. Speaking of which. Bruh. I can't believe Pink out here gatekeeping. Being like, no, actually, not allowed. Bro, come on. What if he's like the next... What if he's my next biggest fan? Come on. Mr. Pink thinks Pink should be going by their username. So I don't think they would willingly call themselves Mr. Pink. Oh, fair enough. I mean, not fair enough that like that's the take that they have. I'm just saying like fair enough is like, oh, that tracks as to why that should not be them then, or that would not be them talking then. Here's your question. Percy Jackson's world, no questions asked. Fair. I gotta ask though. Which part? The Percy Jackson like Half-Blood area? The Roman camp? The Egyptian? The Nordic stuff that I've never read but I hear it exists? Like, which part of that world? And would you like, and where in the world? And now I'm asking you a deeper question of where in the world you'd like to be. Would you like to be a demigod? Would you like to be a minor god? Would you like to be just like a magical creature that exists? You know, lots of different choices. Lots of different choices. I guess for that. Hey, come now, come now. Leave my boy Socks alone. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Wait, no, I meant to bring it back one there. Oh! Space Core from Portal 2. I've never played Portal. I don't know what that is. What part of the sub goal makes no sense? I don't even know what that means. I got no clue. I went swimming yesterday and I still have water in my ear. Oof, that's rough. Can I help you? Little piggy. Piggy dipping. Piggy dipping at the piggy pond. Piggy dipping. Sorry, I'm gone now. I am no longer mortal. I am just absolutely obliterated by that audio. Every time I think about it, it's like so many other audios, one that will remain nameless, that like I just hear instantly, I'll think about it for a week. It consumes me. That's not fictional. That's our universe. What do you mean? The Muppets aren't fiction. That is just our universe. That is just a thing that exists. If it bothers. I'm leaning towards Norse or Greek. Magnus Chase, the Norse one that you should read, is my favorite chronicle, and of course a demigod. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be. You just don't want a fun time. You're like, I'm not here for a fun or long time. I am here to just absolutely get obliterated and be led by some half-cocked demigod who has an affinity for blue food, which is so funny to me. That is hilarious. Wait, it is nighttime again. I gotta go. Gotta go. I know. Turn up the tempo. Oh man. Any of you actually ever watched the Tangled series? Like the TV series that came out about the after the movie or whatever? You know what I mean? I've not, but I've seen clips. I know some songs from it, and I've seen some clips, and it seems really beautifully animated. Like really stylistic, but really beautiful. Like it just genuinely, like, yeah, cute, but like also just like, you know, like a really pretty animation style, you know? Yo, Blanket, dude, what's up, man? What's up, Lizzie? Hey, I'm sorry I missed the last stream. No worries, but my account was hacked. Oof, and I had to go on a quest to get a bag hacking it for /J. I was just in Portugal. Oh, well, fair enough. I was scared for him. I was like, oh no, what demons did you fight to get back? But no worries, dude. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I like that y'all come in here with your apologies. I'm like, dang, you're making me feel like the prettiest girl at the pageant. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, hey, yo. Oh, I said Lizzie. Oh my god. You know what? I've changed it. Now you're the Queen of England. You're Liz. You're good old Liz from the Queen of England. Oh no. Chat, someone hide me, please. I'm trying to think. You know what? Here, I'm gonna go. I shouldn't have slept through that night. I should have been trying to murk some weepas. That'd have been a good idea. Actually, there's some still in here. I think I saw some. I'm trying to see if there's still some around. Saw him. He's there. I see him. Yeah, there he is. Come on, you dum-dum. No, don't go over there. Come over here. Okay, perhaps I am the dum-dum. Thank you, Mr. Lucky Nose, for the follow. I appreciate it. Perhaps I am the dum-dum. You know, some days you tell others they're the dum-dum. Other days, maybe you are, in fact, the dumb one. But, you know, live and learn. Live and learn, chat. Live La Vida Loca. You live, you learn, you laugh, you lose. Started an entire... You know what? Some days you really know you're on top of the world, and other days you gotta go, you know, change your name, move to Argentina, and decide to start a small coffee shop that then you're gonna translate into being a rubber stand, and then after you get that rubber stand, you're gonna start making the new insoles for a shoe. You're gonna make some new solid rubber insoles, but you're gonna make it eco-friendly. After you make it eco-friendly, you're gonna hit the free trade market. From there, though, you're gonna parlay that with the IMF. You're gonna be able to then get a real solid investment from outside of your nation, and then from there, you're gonna get in bed with some oil tycoons who are gonna absolutely buy you out so that you don't put out environmentally friendly soles, and they want you to continue to harness rubber unethically. And so then with their money, though, you're gonna lobby other members of Congress so that they will instead have you as their backer instead of an oil company, and then they will go against them, and then you outdo them in your 5D chess, you know? Egyptian gods give people power, kind of possess them, which now that I think about it is kind of similar to Moon Knight. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think Moon Knight and King Chronicles both play on the idea of avatar. So, because in ancient Egyptian mythology, gods tended to have avatars. That was like a thing, you know? Gods had avatars. So that's kind of why Moon Knight is done that way. Khonshu wasn't as probably important as he's portrayed in Moon Knight to the pantheon of Egypt, but you know, like they put him on the same team as like level as like Osiris to some degree, and I'm like, not really. I'm like, that's you're a little off, but you know. But yeah, so they were more on having like avatars, and like pharaohs were gods on earth and stuff like that, etc., etc., etc. So there's more of an element to that. Wait, no, I didn't put away the. I 1 second. Wait, no, why? I don't know, I haven't read it in years, just because it's not connected to the main universe and doesn't get enough. Yeah, King Chronicles deserves a lot more. He does a lot of more interesting things, and I think Rick Riordan really cut his teeth. Riordan, however you say it. I think it's Riordan, right? Anyway, he really cut his teeth on some like new storytelling ideas in the King Chronicles that I think are really interesting. Like, I think he honed his, I mean, that's where he's tested out before making the Heroes of Olympus series. That's where he tested out the multiple point of view, like the multiple point of view writing style, where it's like you'll skip, like chapters will go from one character's point of view to another character's point of view, and sometimes you'll go back in time in terms of the story for chapters and stuff like that. So like that's where he really started to toy around with those ideas. So I think the King Chronicles is still like definitely worth taking a look at. Stop telling us your current projects. Oh, that's not my current project. My current project is writing an essay on human rights. That's a totally side thing that is, well, I mean, deeply interesting to me. Probably very boring to everybody else, but it's pretty interesting. Oddly specific. By chance, did that happen to you? No, me. Yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be nutty. Come on. Moon Knight to show the way. Brr, loving SRM to hold me every day. Oh, every day I wake up. No, it's not that per se. Actually, I mean, I doubt. I mean, it's not really that it's inappropriate for stream at all, because it's not on the practice. It's not like a it's theory. It's all political science theory. So so sometimes you write in if you do a poli-sci degree, some of your degree will be in practical stuff. Some of your degree will be taking courses that are like comparative politics, for one, which is like you literally are looking in a comparative lens of like taking a nation and another nation that have very similar histories, very similar like demographics, etc., and looking at why their political ideologues and whatnot, like what alters their fundamental political agency, or like why something went different in one area versus another in history when similar things happen, e.g. why China's Communist Party worked out the way that it did versus the USSR, because they're very different practices of communism. Well, actually, arguably neither are true communism, but that's a whole separate thing. But no, this is more theory crafting, where it's like when you do political theory, you're more like reading into philosophy. It's like very close to being philosophy. Like it's like history of political thought kind of deals. You know what I mean? So like when you look into stuff like that, you're reading theorists. You're not. It's not necessarily about the literal thing. It's about ideologies and theory, and I'm trying to explain this best I can in like really simplistic terms. It's kind of looking at like why we think and govern ourselves the way that we think and govern ourselves. Like you start to understand when you look at theory, be it realism or liberalism or neoliberalism or Marxism or whatever. But when you understand theory, you will then understand why a nation makes the decisions it makes. You know what I mean? So it's like we know, like you could have predicted that the way Iraq worked out because the Colin Powell is a realist, which isn't necessarily good or bad. It's just his way of framing the world. He believes might make right, and all states looking to maintain power and keep a status quo of power and maintain their level in power, which is a realist approach. It means that no state will ever be altruistic. No state will ever do something because it's good or morally right to do. They'll do it because it might benefit them in a sense of power. You know? So that's kind of like a realist approach versus a liberal approach, which doesn't mean liberal as in the party politic kind of thing. Not like in the way that you might see like somebody like, I'm owning the liberals. Liberal as in liberalism. Like, well, actually, it's not really a word. Like, liberal ideologue comes from the Enlightenment, but I digress. That it's getting into. It's all long-winded and just a lot of theory, and yeah, I mean, it's interesting to its own degree, because I guess what I'm writing about is a reconceptual, how I believe we could reconceptualize human rights as a practice in counterance to how it's currently practiced at the UN and abroad in the Western world, because I don't believe it currently fundamentally meets the needs that it needs to, because of the way that it's structured and how we conceptualize human rights. But like, that gets into a lot. Not bad, just like a lot. It's just a lot of theory. It's like radical democracy and stuff like that, which is different from the democratic practices we currently do. I really do need to finish. I need to get that emote of the like little nap blowing off like a little scroll or like a dusty book to bring up anytime I'm gonna start rambling on about like academic topics about like. So that it's just clear, like, yeah, snap, old Nap's telling a story again. Yes. But like, not a fun story. Not a fun story. No, it's all academia, you see. Yes, it's all inside baseball. But oh well. Actually, I should expand the cheat farm as well. That's what I also meant to do. Nap nerd emote, please. Yeah, it's in. it's like in the plan, it's just a thing about buying it. Like it's just pay, like getting the money together and paying the commission. Because I have 3 emotes I want to get done all at once. And it's just a matter of like paying that commission fee. Which is worth, like, don't get me wrong, not that I would ask for anything lower. The artist is certainly charging a very fair price. It's all very amicable, and I, as you guys know, I would never weasel art out of people without it being a commission. I firmly believe in paying artists. I do not, I know too many artists and have far too much respect for the arts to ever be like, I'm an exposure on the Napoleon VII channel. Any more? There we go. There we go. There we go. Where's a child? Where's a child? Where is one? He's around here somewheres. Split apart. Split apart, you sheep. Where are the child? Child, where? There they are. Feed! Grow big and strong, child! Okay, well, that's all that food's gone. I just absolutely pumped so much food into that. That was like half a stack. It was a bit excessive, I'll admit. Oh, whoa! What's all this? Gabagool, leave me alone! Get out of here! You're embarrassing yourself. Get away from my house. Oh, well, should probably eat. It's gonna be a bad thing if I don't. Yeah. Oh, hydrate. Oh my god. Oh, one-handed, let's go. Oh my god, the thing's up. Do you mind, whoever just transformed? I'm trying to live, laugh, love over here, and you're kind of making that a little difficult. Did you just put on his chain mesh shirt? Come on. Who do you think you are? That lady who says mesh short shirts? Wait, no, how does that song go? Mesh shirt, short shirts. I think that's what it is, right? Yeah. Something, 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 something. Don't remember the rest of the song. Big and strong. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, but I really am excited for Stray to, like, how do I put this? I want its storytelling, not to hype myself up too much, but I really want its storytelling to have this generalized focus that, like, lets you kind of roam around. I don't want it to be open world. I don't know if it is or is not. I've avoided too much information because I just want to get lost in it. I'll also probably condense it down afterwards, so I'm gonna stream all of Stray, but I'm also probably gonna, it's gonna be one of the first games I think I'm gonna try to, because I think it's pretty short. I think it's only like 8 hours, so that's like 2 streams, probably longer because I'm bad at video games. But I'm gonna try to condense it, I think, afterwards, to make it as a bit more of a manageable YouTube video. That'll be like just kind of like the highlights of, with like a general like playthrough vibe, maybe 2 videos of it if it's 2 streams kind of thing, but you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's it gives you a bit more of a vibe of what like streams are like and the like. But I guess what I don't know is if I want to add, I don't know if I want to then add a chat onto screen so that, you know, like people who aren't here can see, like people who will watch it on YouTube will be able to see what chat had said, you know, or if I want to then get rid of the 2 bars that are on screen to be like, well, I just want it to be a totally like just the game visible kind of thing. I'll probably keep the bars no matter what, but I don't know. But yeah, so I'm excited for this Friday for that reason. And it really is, it seems like such a cool and cute little game. If you're not familiar with Stray, it's a really small indie title that's coming out, where its basis is just kind of like a technologically advanced future, with like robot people instead of human people, but you're a stray cat. You're just a stray cat in a sort of Tokyo-inspired locale, and that's about all that you really need to know. Because that's about all I know. I don't know any sort of semblance of plot. I don't know if there is plot or if it's like just a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have no idea if it's like meant to be plot heavy, if it's meant to be more heavy on the idea of just like, you know, make your own fun. I don't know. I would generally hate seeing the text on the screen and stuff. See, that's the thing. I hate it. That's why I don't do it. I personally, though, if it's what other people do, either in this chat or other creators or whatever, like there's other creators who I'm friends with who like what they do is they have a full-on overlay with like, what do you call it? Like their thing might be here, like this down to here is like the gameplay. Over here on like a background and overlay is like the chat going. Down here is like latest sub information. Down here is like a other thing going by or whatever. Don't touch me. Don't even look at me. You absolutely filthy creeper. Ow! Ow! But yeah, so like I understand, like, and don't get me wrong, lots of people enjoy that. But it's just not for me. I like a really non-filled screen, if that makes sense. I like it. I don't like it to be too busy. I like it this way. I think it's you're trying to find home, but I don't think it's super story driven. Ooh, interesting. Because yeah, I know that like you would at the very least get quests of sorts from like the robots and the like, those kind of robot people. But it doesn't look like they seem to care that you're a cat. So I don't know if that means like. I hope it both doesn't acknowledge it, but that the gameplay itself plays up that you are a cat. You know what I mean? Like, I hope there's things that you're like, oh, only a cat could do this or would be able to jump these things, or like it's using your feline agility to be like an interesting parkour experience. You know what I mean? It's such a neat and interesting idea that I hope they play with it mechanically, but I also hope it's not like a game that's like constantly harping on the fact of like, this is like every like escort mission ever, but you're a cat. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be great. I genuinely, I know I've seen like nothing of it, and I could be so wrong, but I genuinely think it has a shot at being like a game of the year if it's the kind of game I think it is. I think it's gonna have a real solid vibe, a real solid feel, and I think just generally it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like fun mechanically with an interesting world, a good soundtrack. You know what I mean? I was zoned out. Oh, the question was like, because what I was saying, MJ, was that when I play Stray, I might then edit it later to then go onto YouTube. But one of the things about editing things to go onto YouTube, which is kind of why I don't do it too often, is I don't have like any form of chat on screen. So it's very weird if you watch back a VOD to just have me talking, especially if you're not watching on Twitch. So you just don't see what I'm responding to. And sometimes it's just sentences of like, oh yeah, okay, I guess I'll do that. And like you have no idea what was said. So it creates this kind of disconnect. But like having a chat somewhere's like transparently on screen allows for people on YouTube to understand what was maybe said to provoke that. So I don't know, I was considering it like maybe I'll add that for Stray, because I've always been able to. It's just something I've never bothered, because I was like, I kind of like having the super clean minimalist, just the 2 bars of like a sub goal and a follower goal. Because for me, that's just cool. is minimal. On implicit storytelling, wanted the game to have more environmental storytelling. Sounds fake. Okay. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, but it's my favorite thing in games. I love when a game just lets its world tell you things. Don't get me wrong, I get frustrated by it sometimes too, because sometimes it's not done well, but like, genuinely, I think it can be astounding. It makes you feel like you're discovering something and not like you're playing a game, you know what I mean? I don't know if that sounds cheesy or not, but you know what it's how it feels. To me, at least. Reincarnated, you're actually a reincarnated dad. You have to save your child from evil and made your way through this, bro. I like having chat on screen because chat is half the stream and you can't see it on YouTube VODs. Yep, but besides that, I don't like huge overlays that take the edge of the screens. Fair, fair. I think having a lore recap on YouTube would be fun, but having all the text and things would just be a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the villagers see me like I'm in, oh, what's the thing called? It's from Hunter x Hunter, the, Greed Island arc. I think it's Greed Island, is that what it's called? Anyway, like, they just see, they just see me like that, so I'm always pulling up these little screens that I can just see, you know? Oh, man. Wait, I thought you cured the zombie villager. Was it not in one of your basements? Anyway, I think the 2 bars of chat on screen is more than enough. Yeah, some pop-ups. You don't need all the fancy top stub stuff. Fair, fair. When it's done well, it's awesome. When it's done poorly, it's painful. Yeah, 100%. It's a type of storytelling that needs to, like, you need to fire on all cylinders if you're gonna achieve it and achieve it well. Because otherwise it comes off as clunky. It comes off as, it feels unfinished otherwise. Like, and to some extent, I can even dislike it at times. When it's too much, so I love the Elder Scrolls series. I love Skyrim a lot, especially, but like Morrowind and Oblivion and stuff like that. But, I think it's an interesting way of doing it, that they have like so much of the lore can be learned just by like reading books you genuinely find in world. But also there's too much to read at a certain point. So you're like, okay, so a lot of it that's probably pretty cool gets lost, but it's also meaningless stuff. It's stuff that's like genuinely just to make the world feel more lived in. So it's not really like you're losing part of the story. It's more just like you didn't get the extras, you know? It's just this whole scenario where you don't get the extra good stuff. And that can be a bummer. Bed with me, don't I? Yes, I do. I'm so good at this game. Wait, no, I need to hunt creepers. I need to hunt the creepers. I got the creeper powder right here. We are good to go. Let's go. All right, Chad, if I die doing this, then I blame it on you. I think it'd be cool to have toggleable waypoints, like Red Dead Redemption 2, some side quests or like extra stuff without waypoints, but short of looking for the answer, there's no way to Google it. Yeah, I mean, I can get that. I mean, in the same way, I really like Ghost of Tsushima's way of I actually thought it was very stylistic and natural how they, I know some people complain, but I actually found it very natural. Okay, that's just gonna blow up. Oh, wow. Yay me. I found it very natural how they ended up doing that with Ghost of Tsushima. So basically, the mechanic for that those that don't know is you can call the wind, and the wind of your ancestors' spirits will blast, will gust in a direction that you're meant to go. Like, so you don't have a waypoint or like a mini map with a waypoint. It's just like you can make a waypoint, but on your map, but you don't have a waypoint located on your view when you're actually riding your horse or anything like that. And if you get lost, you can just call the wind, and the wind will give a general gust in the direction you need to go. It is a samurai game based on the island of Tsushima during the first attempted Mongol invasion of Japan. It's a bit of a historical fiction. It's got a lot of things right, actually. It even has the Kamakura period samurai attire correct, which is wild because most people just most movies in popular genre love to go with the Tokugawa samurai look, which historically just is not found as often as people seem to think it is. Like most people, what you think of as a samurai is like the final version of a samurai before like it became a costume because guns overtook and like they were contacted by the West, etc., etc. Okay, that's gonna blow up. There's grass. Hey, grass. All grass. It's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere. Oh wait, no, that's sand. But it's stylistic. It's honestly one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Shadow of the Colossus also has a cool non-waypoint navigation using a magical sword. Yeah. And that's another one that's like really cool for that. Ghost of Tsushima, I think, has done it probably best. I mean, that's just kind of my take on it. You know what? See, Miles Morales Spider-Man, like the other Spider-Man definitely just did waypoints, and I'm trying to remember, but I feel like the Miles Morales Spider-Man had a semi-different version. But no, because it was just waypoints in the sky. Like it would just be like, you are 300 meters away from X. So never mind, I take that back. That's not true. It was just also a gorgeous game. But yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima game, like genuinely, every frame of that game could be a painting. It is stunning, even on the PlayStation 4 still. I think it recently has come to Steam on PC, or maybe it's going to, I forget. But I've only ever played it on PlayStation 4. I played it on PlayStation 4, like slim, so it's not even like a high-end like pro or anything like that. So it genuinely is astonishing, the level of graphical fidelity you get out of certain things and the like. It's a gorgeous game. It's very well done. It's really stylistic too. It has a oh no, I'm forgetting the name. Okay, so there's a director who used to direct old samurai films, like the Seven Samurai and stuff like that, which are all black and white. And you can set it to be you can have it be Japanese subtitled, so it's kind of like you're watching a subbed anime kind of thing when people talk. But then you can also have it be what do you call it? You can also have it be in black and white, which is just super stylistic, but it's also just really cool. Oh, that spider would have killed me if it got me. L loser. Big L. Omega L. Oh my god, I hate spiders. They'll always run up on you just at the last second to get you. Akira Kurosawa, yeah, Kurosawa films. That's what. See, I was blanking on that, but yeah, they're like colloquially known as like Kurosawa films. It's like a really like he inspired so many different things. For instance, his like the style of dueling and fighting that occurs in Kurosawa films is what inspired lightsaber work. Like that's where the inspiration for lightsaber fightings especially in the old movies came from. For Star Wars, or like it inspires the Seven Cowboy, like so there's a movie called like Seven Cowboys or whatever or something like that. I forget what it's called, but like Seven Guns of the West or something like that. And that's also all spaghetti westerns are inspired by samurai movies. Like the idea of the duel, like all these other things from the cowboy movies, the spaghetti westerns, which, fun fact, they're called spaghetti westerns because they were made by Italian directors who were just trying to emulate what they read about the Wild West of America, rather than the original Magnificent Seven, like not the newest one, I mean both technically, but like, yeah, not the one with like Chris Pratt or whatever, but the like OG one and stuff like that. But then all spaghetti westerns in general, like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, like the Fistful of Dollars series in general, is heavily inspired by Kurosawa. As a filmmaker, he's like a giant of the past kind of thing. Stylistically, he is informed. Arguably, he also has informed how anime works. Like in terms of like what stylistically is done for anime, like how combat is filmed and the like. So he's like a really interesting figure in terms of like filmmaking. But yeah, so he also stylistically really informs Ghost of Tsushima, because you know it's a samurai game, and a really well done samurai game. It's well researched. I mean, it's surely a work of historical fiction. Don't get me wrong. Not everything in it is 100% in terms of like being historically accurate. It's pretty good, is all I'm saying. Comparatively to what has been in the past, it's at the very least in like the right time period. Clothing, it doesn't put Bushido as like this ultimate thing because it really wasn't. It does take some liberties with the samurai honor code. Also, there never was, it's a what if scenario. So the island of Tsushima was invaded by the Mongols and conquered, as the game says, but there never was a rebellion afterwards. Like all the samurai die on the beaches of what do you call it, of Tsushima. All of them died. There's no call to the emperor to send more soldiers from other daimyo. None of that happened. But this is a what if of what if the son of the daimyo lived, and etc. You know, the old one was better. Oh my god. The Good, Bad, the Ugly. Yeah. Have you ever seen Support Your Local Sheriff or Support Your Local Gunfighter? I've not, no. Support Your Local Sheriff is so funny, especially the jail scene. I've not seen it actually, but if it's good, I'll definitely watch it. Yo, Oliver, dude, what's up, man? Hello. How do? How you been, man? How's the wife and the kids and the vacation home and other things that apparently existed at one point for people? I don't know. Get away from me, little child! I swear to God. If you get me absolutely murked, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so salty. Lego Ninjago universe. Ooh, that's a deep cut. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. Support Your Local Sheriff is hilarious. I've never seen it, so I have no idea. But the wife and kids are very PogChamp. Let's go. Let's go. The boys. I mean, well, you know. Oh my god. 1 second, I gotta take a little sippy pool of my water. My throat's a little part. Ugh. Much better. But yeah, Ninjago's, that's such a great pick. Like, genuinely. But you know what also is a great pick? Bionicles. I would take and obliterate my eldest brother's Bionicles all the time. They weren't bought for me. They were not my thing. But like, I loved them and I would take them from him and I would, oh man, he was pissed. Rightfully so. But I would abuse this man's Bionicles. I just thought they were wicked cool, man. Oh my god. I took one to school one day. I don't think it ever came home. I don't think it came home. It was, ooh, ripping pepperoni, my friend. There's no more creepers. No more creepers around. Horse. Is it canonically connected to the other universe? I didn't know that. It's been a couple of years since I've seen it. I don't remember if there was anyone, but if you're watching the old movies, you gotta prepare to stuff that anyway. Oh yeah, 100%. Like there's lots of Like, if you're watching anything from before time, you gotta just like there's some movies that don't, like, you can't get past for that. For example, there was a movie that's a comedy that like used to be upheld as like one of the greats, and it's like a lot you could maybe learn from it if you wanted to make movies. But I just personally, I could never recommend. There's a movie called Revenge of the Nerds, and I could never. It's just creepy. I was never of an like, I didn't see it at an age where like I was in a world that like still felt that way, I would think. So it just always felt creepy to me. And so anyway, can we talk about Rango? Oh, one of Johnny Depp's best performances. No joke, I mean that genuinely. I don't think there was anything bad in it. Bionicle is so wild, they had their fingers in every kind of content it could be made. I know, right? It was sick. I used to have the Gold Ninja. That was the collector's version. I would have absolutely obliterated you on the playground, Oliver. I would have taken your gold. I'm kidding. Oh man, lost it at school. No, that's devastating. Bakugan was pretty. Oh, Bakugan Battle Brawlers. What was that one? I remember there was that one anime called like Battle Beat 'em On. That was interesting. Oh my gosh. But yeah, speaking of older movies, I was watching just the other day, I was watching the old cause it's on Netflix right now, is Blade Runner. The old like Harrison Ford 1982 Blade Runner. It's such an interesting film. One, it has that thing that like all old films have, of like this weird like just the way the dialogue is like recorded, it just sounds like an old film, you know what I mean? But it's so interesting because of how rich it is in terms of like the effort put into it for scene work and for set design and like prop design. Like it's so rich in that regard. But then also it's wild because like it's set in 2019, and so it's the 80s idea of what 2019 would be like, and that's just so surreal to see now, because you're like, wow, like some things they clearly get right, and something like there's some things you're like, that's way more futuristic than we have, and then other things they kept that you're like, no, nobody would use something that archaic anymore. You're like, what? So it's very interesting to see like the variation in that, as well as I love in the new version that they did with Ryan Gosling, the like sequel or whatever, they had to still include like Atari and stuff like that, because that was one of the biggest companies at the time, and they gambled and were like, yeah, it'll still be huge by 2019, it'll probably be even bigger. But no, Atari's like nothing now. It's like nothing and nobody. So it's just funny to see how things like that change. It's like a little time capsule. But yeah, it's interesting to see what people thought like life would be like to some degree, and then see the passion put into it. Like Ridley Scott, say what you will, I mean the guy, he's got his problems, but he's a really good filmmaker. I'll give him that. That doesn't not that I think, so far as I know, he hasn't done anything bad. He's not like a wrongin' or anything like that, so far as I know. But I guess I also don't know, so like don't quote me on that. It's dinner time. No. I mean, you better bring some to share with the class. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That have done questionable things. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing, is like, sometimes it gets into, it's a very complicated topic. Because a great example would be, oh, I forget his name. He did Die Hard. He was directed for Die Hard. Lied to Alan Rickman. It was very unsafe. He should not have done it. Like, it is wrong to have done. So in the movie Die Hard, Alan Rickman, that's a pretty well-known fact at this point, but it's like one of those like movie trivia things. If you don't know, Alan Rickman was dropped early in the sequence where he falls, which is totally against code. Like, you're not allowed to do that. You're not, yo, Angel, dude, what's up, man? You are absolutely not allowed to do that. It is unsafe because it changes how you fall. Like, so many things are so he was told, like, he was dropped on 2. He was dropped on 2 like instantly and it got a better reaction, basically. Like, every other time the reaction was just too like knowing kind of thing, is whatever as the director felt, and it got the reaction of like a genuine, like, oh, he thinks it. But that's the thing, is because he actually thinks he's falling and something went wrong. That's why he looks like that. So it's wrong. And then the argument still maintains it's one of the most iconic shots in the movie. Or you look at The Shining, where like the treatment of the actors on The Shining was horrific. It's a horror story, like a genuine, honest to God, like awful, by Bradley Kubrick, or however you want to say it. And yeah, it's indefensible, and yet it is one of the most iconic movies ever made, largely because of those performances. Doing over 100 takes, exactly, over 107 times. And like, he kept the actress exhausted, and like, so that she, like, when she's going up the stairs, she's genuinely exhausted. And he was a very, like, I want to do things literally. And the same, like, Hitchcock has things like that, like the scream in Psycho. Hitchcock actually scared the living daylights out of the person that was in the shower. It's dangerous. It's not good. And yet they're iconic. So it creates this whole like thing. It creates this whole also it's Stanley. I mean, that's the other thing. There's a cult around Stanley Kubrick where it's like hard to say like what stands the test of time because he was truly genius, and what stands the test of time because of well, you know, the cult of personality and fanaticism around the man. There's a lot to, like, I will never, for anybody who ever has not in a way to crush your dreams kind of thing, like, not that like I'm even necessarily the one to know, but I will say this: if you ever do really seriously consider about wanting to get into acting or any level of Hollywood, the Disaster movie, which is a movie about the making of The Room, while like weird and crazy and does so many things that you're like, what? No way, is genuinely a really good movie to watch because it gives you a general idea of what happens to most people who go to Hollywood. It's the more general story, you know? The Hitchcock also made the shower scene twice because they wanted to fake out the main character was, oh yeah, 100%, yeah. And so that's the other thing, is there's also like, there's cool details as well. Oh my God, Angel. Still sucks, over 100 takes. Clint Eastwood would never. Clint Eastwood is I have words about Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood would never. Clint Eastwood's also ruined films with his way of filmmaking and created way too much pressure. He's harmed actresses in the way that he's done his filmmaking. Oh, I don't think, if you knew more about him, you would not like Clint Eastwood. Both as a director, I think he does questionable work, but then on top of that, I also like, I mean, not to bring up the man's politics, but I mean, the man's also certainly a hardcore Republican, but oh well. But beyond that though, yeah, Clint Eastwood, like his whole idea, and it's a pretty well-known thing of like, do it in one. That's his thing. We take one shot. Are you gonna waste everybody's time? I mean, it fails to understand the art of acting in many ways. Also, there's methods that different actors have that some actresses and actors are not familiar with, like his style, and so they come on and then they get like totally thrown off and they get a bad performance out of it because of that. And so there's lots of things with that. Yo, Frog, what's up, dude? I have to go now. Hope your stream goes well. See you, Oliver. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, dude. Hope you have a good week too, man. Brad really witty. Oh yeah, to do one shot instead of like 100. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a happy medium between those two. because it also depends on the actors. Some actors are very much in favor of that. They would way rather, like, because sometimes 100 shots comes from the director having a specific vision. It depends on the director as well. So a great example would be Tarantino. Tarantino isn't hiring an actor to get an improv performance. Tarantino hires specifically. Tarantino is a writer first and foremost, and love him or hate him, like that's why you're hired. You're hired to say his lines how he wrote them, not make up your own stuff, not come up and do your own version. No, like he hired you for your look and your sound. Do the lines as written. Versus say Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau's huge on improv. Dude loves improv. Almost all of Iron Man 1 is improv. Namely because they ran out of a budget, but like, you know, they just didn't have enough money to hire dedicated writers. Averages 4 takes. Yeah. You don't normally go past like, yeah, because there's a thing of like 100's obsessive, 100's like nutty. Most people get 2 at the very least. You should almost always. That's the thing. Unlike Eastwood, you should almost always get 2 shots. And that's just because sometimes you just don't know what happened in the first shot. Like there's something you didn't see or didn't realize was going on. So you get 2 and you can stitch them together afterwards. You get a 1 and a 2 basically, and that way you have the ability to stitch. You have the ability to mess around a bit. Maybe you want the lighting to be a bit different. Maybe you want the maybe there was sound that you didn't realize the mic was picking up, etc. It's just very hard. It's easier to do it in 1 these days, a lot easier. But you should almost always get 2 typically, because it also just gives you a bit more freedom. Say you want to lengthen a shot, you can then use the element from the second shot that makes it not seem like you're just stretching a shot, but you're actually stitched them together and it looks like just a longer continuous take, etc. How are you gonna fill this thing with water? Oh, easy. You just put 1 layer of dirt down on top, because it's all stone, and then you put 1 layer of dirt, fill that top layer with water, and then break it all down. Or you can use kelp. You do water on all the sides, and then if you grow kelp through the middle, the kelp will then spread the water inwards. This is my second stream of yours I've watched. Ooh, well, I'm happy to have you back, dude. I hope you're doing well. Which the screenwriter actually having powers kind of out of the norm. Oh yeah, 100%. Writers normally get their baby butchered. Like... And that's just like often a huge problem in Hollywood is often like a writer will have things because often you write something a year out, way in pre-production, because the scripts shopped around long before anything's ever made, or you have twin scripts. A great example of that would be Despicable Me and Megamind, which are twin scripts of each other. Or if you remember, there was that year where 2 movies came out almost within months of each other, both about the White House getting like attacked, and then a Secret Service agent saved the president kind of thing. It's like one's Olympus Down and the other is White House Has Fallen, I think. Or Olympus Has Fallen and then White House Down or something like that. Anyway, those are the same scripts. They're called twin scripts, and there's lots of those in Hollywood. The same. There was 2 Hercules movies in 1 year as well, and that's because sometimes you just make very base ideas, make very basic scripts that can be tooled to be different things, go in different directions, and you shop them around so that lots of different studios can pick them up and do their own thing with them. A great example as well would be with the Megamind and and Despicable Me. A lot of people are like, what? But then you're like, oh, it's meant to be the villain's actually the hero, their sidekick. One of the major differences is from Megamind to Despicable Me. In Despicable Me, they made minions, many, whereas the character of Minion was just a 1-dude act in Megamind. But they're written by the same guy. Or, well, the base are. And then they're tooled up with additional writers. That's how you get multiple writers as well on a lot of projects. But yeah, no, Silver, you're absolutely right, dude. It is so rare to get a screenwriter that gets to see his vision through into the movie. Which is also why Tarantino's so famed for his dialogue, because his dialogue's so bookish, if that makes sense. It's so much more like a actual novel almost than it is a classic movie dialogue. Everything's just so set to be just as he intended. Love it or hate it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that's his style. You mean Minions 3? Okay. Oh my god. I find 3 is a good number 2. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, it'll vary director to director, or as directors change, or adapt, or who taught the director. For example, you can tell some scenes are shot. One second, I'm just gonna turn this down slightly for myself. You can tell some shots in Captain America Civil War are certainly shots that were done by the B team, and were in some ways probably had a lot more input from Chris Evans, who went on to do a directorial debut, spurred on by the Russo brothers. Because actors often want to get into, like Ben Affleck is a huge, like, learned a lot of his craft as an actor, and then took what he learned as an actor, became an actor-made filmmaker. The only problem typically that occurs in situations like that, in my opinion, you'll find a million other people with other opinions, but like for me and my money, I wouldn't make an actor a producer. Sure, you have some success stories like Tom Cruise, and then you have other, financially speaking, less successful movies like Birds of Prey, where, like it or hate it, Birds of Prey, I believe, suffered in part because Margot Robbie made it a Margot Robbie movie rather than making it a, quote unquote, Birds of Prey movie, per se. And yes, that's a matter of debate. I'm just saying, well, you can't debate, like the thing that can't be debated is just, you know, the finances of it. Yo, Dragon X Skirt! Thank you so much for the follow, dude, I appreciate it. Oh my god, what a parallel world that would be, though. Oh my god. I would love that. No, Angel, you can't eat the hardcore world. We've been over this. It's not edible food, man. Not healthy. I need to get TNT for this. I need to get TNT to continue to blow this thing up. To blow this popsicle stand. You know what's really interesting to me? Just in terms, so I've been watching a lot of old movies lately. So I was watching like LA Confidential, and then I was watching like American Gangster, and then just the other day I was watching Blade Runner. I was just on a kick for a lot of like that 70s to 80s, like kind of grit grime kind of filmmaking, noir and stuff like that. So, and love them, hate them. Like all these movies have problems. All these movies have things, you know. Do I know what that means? I mean, I could wager a guess, but all I got for this talk is the fact that Megamind and Despicable Me are the Spider-Man pointing meme. Oh my god. But anyway, in watching those, one thing that I find very interesting in films made in the 80s is, and I don't know if it's intentional or if it's because of the lens that I look at them now, like because I'm looking at them from 2022, but I'm like, man, they're really liberal with like I understand in LA Confidential, you have the main characters are the hero cops, and like in American Gangster, a main character who's a hero is a cop, both with Russell Crowe, funny enough. But what's funny about it is that like they genuinely highlight massive problems within the police force writ large, and like are really critical of police overall. And yet I feel like that just went over the head. Like I feel like that wasn't something that people took away from it at the time, if that makes sense. I feel like that might just be because I'm looking at it now that I'm like, wow, this is really highlighting how corrupt police, like how corrupt police can be, you know? No, I don't want to be doomed. Why? Devastating, simply devastating. I just think it's fascinating. Whatever your stance on it, I just think it's really interesting that like they almost offer deep critique, but like I feel like it's not intentional. I feel like it's just a byproduct. As usual, people ignore it. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm like. The filmmakers had to have been, but. And they like sugarcoat it almost because they give you the not all police still in the movie because the main character, the hero, still are the righteous cops. But I'm like, you can't watch this honestly and think there's a good, because sure, you got these two main characters who are alright. Actually, even in LA Confidential, only one of them's at all by the books. but it's like the buddy cop film or whatever. But I'm like, but writ large, you're showing a system that is a huge problem. And I'm like, hey, was this just over everybody's head? Just nobody want to engage with this part of it? I was like, that's so crazy. To me, at least, it's just like a crazy thing to see that I'm like, how is this so overt? And again, maybe I'm just more sensitive to it at this point, where I just see it easier, if that makes sense. Or maybe it wasn't intentional at all, which is almost even more interesting. God bless you, medicine. Medicine, my beloved. Stemming the tide. Sort of keeps the narrative that there are people in there who want to make a difference, so it'll be okay. See, and that's the thing, is I'm like, I feel like that's the narrative it's meant to be trying to make, but like then I'm like, but the general takeaway really is that like these were the exception to the rule, not the, like, that's my point. Like, because for me, I'm like, like for me, I'm like, this seems very intriguing that they would present it in such a way, knowing that, like, and I'm sure the filmmakers actually, like, in the same way that like you can watch lots of things, and if you have any sort of a lens, you just be like, oh yeah, this is probably a critique of that thing, and not like not being like, yeah, I love this. But I don't know, lots of people have blinders on, I guess, when they see me. You know what, it's the same way that I got into an argument with somebody before who tried to tell me that like they missed when movies weren't political, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, like Terminator 2, and I was like, Terminator 2 was deeply political. What in the name of, what movie did you watch, man? I'm like, did you just have no brain on? What do you mean? Over the age of 40, let's see what their takeaway from that movie was. Oh yeah, 100, and that's my point. I'm like, I feel like if I ask them, they're like, it just shows you that the cops were right. And I'm like, but they weren't. That is not the takeaway here. And I think that's a fascinating thing, is like how dystopian the predictions were of 80s movies, and where we, for lack of a better word, ended up. Movies have always been political. Oh, 100% they have. And it's such a weird take from some people who are like, I miss when the movies were not political. Or like, you're like, my dude, what do you mean Star Wars was not political? In what world? Like, especially because the man himself is like, yeah, I mean, I told people it was a Yahtzee allegory because otherwise nobody'd see the movie, but like it was about the Viet Cong. It was not about, it was about the Vietnam War. And I was like, that, I mean, that tracks more with George in terms of, you know, American Graffiti and all these other things. But also I'm like, yeah. It's such an interesting thing how like clearly political some movies are. People are like, no. People are like, nah, it's not possible. You're not thinking critically. Oh, 100%. You're just turning your brain off, kind of thing. You're choosing not to engage with something because, I don't know, it's probably difficult. Why is this? Why are you? We all good now? We all fixed? The water level again? Gabagool, man. Gabagool. On purpose to fit the narratives? Oh, 100%. Somewhat political is the norm rather than the exception. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's just, oh, man. Wait. How many of you have seen the image of the dude who's like, game developers need to stop? I've noticed a disturbing trend amongst games, or game developers are making women look too mannish. And it's like, it's Aloy from that PlayStation game. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name. And he's like, I fixed her. And like all he did, like it was just a picture of her. And then the other picture is just her with like Kardashian levels of makeup. And I'm like, well, maybe it's the apocalypse and she wouldn't at all look like that. It's so, and he ended, it was like, game developers need to hire fans. And I'm like, okay. It's the same people who complained about the, it's about Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, it's about Horizon Zero Dawn, and they're like complaining that they're complaining the main character isn't like a model, and I'm like, what do you mean? No, not the Wolfenstein thing at all. Yeah. Oh, I know Pink, but oh man, dare I? You know what? No, look it up yourself if you want to see. It'll come up pretty quick. Look up like game devs should hire fans. I saw because somebody memed it today as well, where they used that like that famous photo of the Dust Bowl during the Depression, and they then applied like a beauty filter to the lady, and they're like, I can't believe historians are making women look so mannish. But they need to hire fans. Which, oh my god, it's so stupid, it's so dumb. These are the same people who complained about, I love the sheer graphical capabilities of Unreal Engine 5 used on The Last of Us remake for PlayStation 5 or whatever. If you've seen what, I forget her name, but the female who helped Joel out in the early part, I've never played The Last of Us, so I'm sorry, I forget, but like they showed her character model about 3 months ago or whatever, and people were like, and I was like, it looks gorgeous. That is a gorgeous character model. How are you mad about this? Castlevania series and then, oh yeah. Or such vibes. I think the man clearly thinks the makeup is the false avatar. Oh my god. Well, that's the thing. I don't know, he's probably like, these game developers, clearly Aloy would take the time to shave her legs between every robot fight, guys, come on. Even though there's no remembrance of any human beauty standards that once existed from the society that previously existed, so there'd be no reason for that to ever happen at all. But whatever. I'm sorry, I'm getting too heated. The amount of, the amount of short essays I've had to write about, like, literacy in media, particularly regarding video games, is I think I genuinely have I think it's almost 50 gigs, which when you think about it as like a game, that's not much. When you think about it as essays that I've been writing, kind of a lot. I mean, some have photos in them, so that's kind of why they like require, like, it's pumped up by some stuff, but it's at least 20 are in there. Sorry, I said 50. I meant 5 gigs. I meant 5 gigs. My bad. 5. I said 50. I meant 5 gigs, but it's 5 gigs of text documents. That's pretty big. Oh, yeah. And bada. Oh, okay, well, I don't need to do this at all. Let me take this one. Let's go. The first result of Google game devs should hire fans. It's an article about Miyamoto prefers to hire people who aren't fans and who have varied interests. Fair. Search game devs should hire fans, Aloy or something like that. Like, that's probably, here, one second. Let me see if I can figure it out real quick. Just because I want you to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then just go to images. If you just search game devs should hire fans space Aloy. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it, baby. You can see the tweet right in images. Oh my god, I've never seen something worse. Well, I'm sorry, I have seen things worse, but you know what I mean. The first thing I do in the zombie apocalypse will be find an abandoned laser hair removal place, clearly. Oh man. Well, I say article, but it's like 400 words. I mean, that's like an article. It's like a short little article, you know? The apocalypse zombie robot battles were to occur. Shaving would not be a major concern. So what do you mean, guys? It's so critical to everything. It's the same. They also didn't like that Joel looked more weathered in his like remodel. I'm like, yeah, it's almost like they've been living through a stressful apocalypse, and that does things to a person. What do you mean? Oh man. It doesn't even like the character remodel they do for Aloy in that image. I'm like, this is putrid. Not like just in the way of I'm like, how does anybody? What mental gymnastics did you go through? Like it's just such a like I'm concerned. You know what I mean? You're like, there's no shot you're being real with me, right? You're like, it's just not possible. Ah, yes, it is now in the Discord. Wonderful. I'm gonna go into the Discord after this and be like, Pink really thinks this. Pink is supporting this creator. Pink is a true believer, guys. Come on. Pink loves these kind of stuff. Come on. True believer. / J. Oh, I fell. Oh, the last one didn't go. It's such an annoyance to me as a human being. First from now this, bro. Pink ready to throw hands. Pink's like, how could you, Napoleon? I trusted you. Actually, I shouldn't get rid of this gold. One second. Let me actually gather this. I suppose resources are important. Maybe a little. If I'm gonna deprive the whole world of them, I should at least keep them for myself. Why? Always the last ones. Defame, defenestrate, degenerates. Let's go. I'm always ready to throw hands. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think sometimes you are not prepared to throw hands. I think some days, Pink, you wake up and you go, no, today I shan't. Today I shan't throw hands. I choose love today. I choose caring. I thought that was gonna set off the TNT, and I was like, I wasn't concerned if he just blasted next to me, but I was like, if this sets off the TNT, I'm done. I'm done, man. All right, I'm gonna go sleep so that doesn't happen again. Oh wait, no, I should go get more. Whatchamacallit? Creeper powder. You aren't capable of extreme and devastating violence. I mean, that is a worldview. Yes, that is one take. Is that you can't truly be a pacifist unless you can enact, like, if you can't enact violence, you're not a pacifist. Because it's not that you're choosing not to fight. You just couldn't. Gunpowder. I'm sorry. What's a gun? It's creeper powder. You see, what is a gun? You point to me in Minecraft what a gun is, that there would be powder for it. All I see is creepers that drop a powder. You see a gun? No. Checkmate. Listen, it's what I called it since, like, I first got the game. I forget who I picked it up from. It was probably some YouTuber at the time. I imagine it was like one member of the creatures who probably said it that way. It was probably like Slyfox or something. And I probably just still say it that way because of him. sometimes, you know, you just can't, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. A little inside baseball joke for you. Fireworks? Did you see the word gun in fireworks? No. I don't. Silly goose. You being silly. I see no gun in fireworks. I merely see creeper and powder it drop. Oh, I hate when the babies are around. They're always just so annoying, man. 1 second, let me get over here. Let me go a little bow and arrow action. Ow! Bow. Meow, chicka, wow, wow. That's what my baby said. Meow, meow, meow. I'm a get your goo ow. Never gonna stop. Get your goo means that I love you. We need to talk about something serious. Oh yeah, what's that? Firework gun. Okay. And it's a gun. I mean, again, it's called a crossbow with fireworks. Well, plus ratio, guys, but it seems to have otherwise turned out a gun doesn't exist, so it would make no sense for it to be called gunpowder. And I will continue to call it creeper powder till the day that I die. It is logically what it is called. Makes no sense for it to be called gunpowder. The lack of Dave representation has gone down since Pride Month, and I feel type of way about it. 6% privilege. Yeah, well, L plus ratio, buddy. Listen here, slugger. Let me just turn my chair around. Let me just sit down on the backwards on the chair in the way that what the relatable teacher does in the after school special, you know? L plus ratio. Ever think of that? Yeah, that's right. Woo! Obliterated, nerds. Well, the Dave content's really gone down. Get obliterated. I would never, Edward. Simply put, I would never. That doesn't sound like me at all. I don't think I've ever used that word in my day-to-day life, ever. Just doesn't sound like me. Just seems not right, you know? Why? I wasn't even over there. God, skeletons cause so many problems for me as a human. Serpentine, that's all it should call. Fair. Big if true. Big grass always ruins me. And we'll do this. We'll do that. And Commander William T. Riker, so true, King. That's how I sit in all chairs, always. Right now, that's how I sit in this chair, and totally not like a little goblin boy who's just absolutely curled into, oh my god. Like, my knee cramps because it really is, my leg is too long to be as high up onto this chair as it is. Like, I just always sit on it weird. Oh, you guys want to hear a posture check? You guys want to hear a posture check real quick? You guys want to hear it? Oh my bad. Oh, I don't know if you heard it or not. I paused him. I don't know if you heard it or not, but oh my god. Oh, here, 1 second. Let me get closer to the mic. Okay, that's my shoulder, but that's about as good as I think it's gonna get. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Oh my god. Southern accent. Oh my god. Well, yeah, sure enough. I guess I can. You're gonna judge it. It's not very good. It's very camped up. Because, well, if and when I find myself to have to be doing some sort of Southern accent, it's never gonna be anything good. It's always because some sort of yellow belly like Pink comes around and decides to say, well, I would like to hear him do a cowboy accent. I think mayhaps it's because they're homesick, but that don't really make no much sense. Because, well, I never actually met anybody from where Pink hails from that actually has a Southern accent. I will say. Oh man, the knee pops just feel good. Correct next time, have worse posture. Correct next time. Oh my god, please. My god, but no, yeah. If and when I find myself coming around and Pink decides, well, I need him to do some sort of cowboy voice, I'm like, well, might as well oblige. I was gonna say might as well oblige a little later, but then I was like, well, that might be a bit too far. My bit too far. Name it because I don't know Pink like that. But it's just a common saying that I know from westerns at this point. Also from Aladdin. Oh yeah. I'm a little homesick. Well, you know, everybody needs to get out on a home on the range. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh man. Things a little got one part right. Fair. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Oh, she's going down there. Look at him go. Oh! Hey, finally got a follow through. Let's go. That's all I was really looking for. Aladdin. Yeah, the well, little lady, let me elucidate while I ruminate. Well, let about head them 40 feet, let us share it out, let us 1,000 tale. Well, fella, you in luck, cause up your sleeve has got a brand of magic never fail. Like that one. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's my bad. I confused the opening to two songs. The Wet Little Lady, that comes from that doesn't come from Aladdin, that comes from Aristocats. That's my bad. That comes from Aristocat. Wet Little Lady, everybody wants to be a cat. Feel I'm beat. Everything else is obsolete. Square with a horn, make you when you weren't born. When I think of a Southern accent, yeah, no, fair enough. It's just kind of what gets me in the general vicinity, I guess. I don't know. There's a few phrases that with any accent, not that I'm very good at accents, I just kind of do a generalized version of each one. I'm not very good at like stylistically finding the specifics. I mean, easiest ones to find to be like a North Carolina or like a Kentucky or something like that, but and that's just because I got simple things like Louisville or whatever, or the Northern Carolina drawl that they got, well, where they talk with that very well when, and they got the H has a very huh noise to it. It's very foghorn leghorn. Well, I say, and it goes off like that, you know. No, you say Louisville. Louisville is how you say it. It's Louisville. I don't care what they say. Louisville. Guess what? It's named after a French king. You know what his name? King Louis. It's Louisville. I don't care what they say. Oh wow, we're just gonna decide that it's pronounced entirely different. Aristocats was so good. It really was. It's certainly an underrated movie. But yeah, in doing any accent, like for the Southern accent, one of the phrases I used to kind of get into is the if and when. If and when is what I always say. I always say if and when I might find myself obliged to blah, 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 blah. It's the same way that like for Scottish I got like another phrase that I use for that, and then there's another phrase for Irish and stuff like that. But all of them they all kind of take something a little different to get really kind of into them. And some are more cartoonish than others, because well, some I just really like, because there's the one that people want to hear, because a lot of people, if they request Scottish, they don't really want a true like Highland Scottish accent, because well, it's a lot more subtle than people give it credit. It's like Christopher Walken. A lot of people, if you talk to people, will be like, what do you think Christopher Walken sounds like? Christopher Walken, don't even know. Like, it's kind of like that. That was not good, but it's kind of like that. It's the very over the top of like, I need more cowbell. Maybe I could go around. Like, you know, it's that very like sing-songy way of speech, but well, that's not really how the man talks. And he also has a lot greater vocal control. He's not really yelling most of the time, but a lot of people do his voice as a very loud voice. So it's interesting like that. It's interesting, even if it don't really make a lot of sense. At the very least, you know, if and when you need to do something, at the very least you can be interesting about it. And then there's also a thing to be said about speed that you do an accent. The speed in which you do an accent really, because I find the southern accent that I do, if I do it too quickly, then I start sounding like hippity like Porky Pig. You know what I mean? That again, like you could try harder to get like more into it, but whoa. You could try harder to get into it. Sorry, I slipped back for a second. You could try harder to get, oh my God, that is, words like that also throw me all the time. Scottish also almost always ends up in Australian, and Australian almost always ends up in Scottish. Which is why, because I don't know why, like they're really not that similar in how they speak, other than I guess they curse a whole lot, but that's another tricky thing on this channel. Let's try to do these accents, because a lot of them, the way I learned them is tricks to get into them require a lot of language. But well, you know, I don't really worry too much about that. Did I hear a witch? Did I just hear a I think I did. Best be staying might be away. Don't you come around here. I might not find your way home. I know how to crack my neck. It's so satisfying. You be careful of that, all right there, wereplant? Please. You be careful in how you do that. Personally, when I'm talking in a southern accent, I tend to talk with my tongue pretty far up in my mouth. Yeah. Like mostly towards the top of the, yeah, because that's often where it hits. A really interesting thing that you could, good Lord, Angel. Angel come running out absolutely like a rabid dog. But yeah. I mean, in fairness, a lot of accents in general that come out of here in the States, like the American accent in terms of English is very interesting in general because it's so bright. Southern has a bit more of a dulcet sound, but in general, and you really hear it in the Midwest. But it's a very bright way of speaking compared to the rest of the world. In the way that I most certainly heard a witch. Where are you? You crone? It's very bright compared to how a lot of the rest of the world would talk in an English accent, you know? Great example is just how we say the country's name. It's like here, it almost sounds Valley Girl. It's very America. I'm from America, and America. It's always very bright and very America. It has different tones, America, but they do all three A's. Whereas if you go elsewhere, it's like America. The middle A is often left out. Whole thing. Ads, why? Well, ads, you see, they support the channel. Not only do they support the channel, you know, sometimes maybe you'll see something you like, and beyond that, well, you're always willing and free to get rid of it should you so wish with either a Twitch Prime or a sub to the channel at any time, and either or greatly appreciated to help me do what I do. Not that I'm not a big creator, but I do use this at least in part to pay for certain things, you know? It's always helpful. America. Yeah, exactly. Like if you drop it, but we do have that like condensed version, but often you have that America. That's because the rest of the world says America exasperates. Well, a lot of the rest of the world goes America. They go in America. Whereas it's otherwise it should be more America. Here in America, or here in America, we like for the most part. If you're talking about America, you're gonna be talking about all three A's. you know, he's USA. But no, sorry, that came off way more patriotic than I needed it to. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. You can learn a lot, like a lot of vocal coaches will teach you that one. In the way that they're like, if you're trying to talk not American, you need to have no middle A. Or like a soft upper A, you know what I mean? America, yeah, instead of, yeah, exactly. Bro, I said it. Listen, I said it, and I instantly, I was like, ugh. Oh man. Oh yeah, if I meant to mention this earlier, if anybody was at all interested in what I was talking about earlier, and was looking to do some more reading on your own in it, because maybe necessarily you don't want to hear about it from, you know, Twitch or something like that, a great way to learn about things like radical democratic theory, or, you know, like, which are genuinely good things to know about, or like changes to human rights and the like. Wendy Brown's a wonderful resource for that. Dr. Wendy Brown, she's lovely. But beyond that, let me get out of here. Sorry, what accent is that? What accent is what? Oh, you mean the cacao freedom? Okay. But yeah, also just often you'll learn your own accent, because that's the other thing. A lot of people don't think they got an accent. But one of the core things to know is kind of listen and watch where your tongue is when you're talking. It gives away so much about how that accent works and how it rolls, like certain things, or like how certain words are formulated in your mouth and whatnot. But oh, by the way, Chad, if you ever order anything international, do remember our country is one. So if they're asking, like, you know, what's the number? Don't give like your area code for like one plus and then the rest, because we have one. The rest of the world all has a number two, but as friends of mine would tell you, Americans almost never do add in their actual number, and we just because we're or also always include the word America or United States. One of the biggest things in shipping that a lot of my friends would tell you is they'd be like, people from like Europe and stuff like that, they'd be like, nobody from the States. And that's how they know if it's going to the States, is because it never has the United States listed on the address. Yeah, USA, yeah, because it just doesn't get listed, because so many people here are just like, yeah, where else would it be going? Duh. And it's like, there's 209 countries in the world. What do you mean? There are so many other nations that it could go to. Or what? Like, what would I do about it? I mean, I'd do nothing. It's just easier on people trying to ship things, and it's less, you know, centristic on the idea that we're the only people that exist. Wait, why are you asking this, Edward? You're not even from here. No offense. Actually, I mean, like, probably no offense at all, really, but. In a trolley problem, I think I could switch tracks as the trolley passes over, so the trolley does multiple track drifting. Oh my god. Chicken what? What, you're added the 1 2. Oh, to your phone number. So like if you're doing something international, North America is 1. So we have a 1 in front of whatever the rest of your number is for like, you know, if you ever like use a phone and it's like, please dial again, and or please dial again, and please put 1 before the area code, like that kind of thing. The 1 is specific to North America. North America has 1. Europe, I forget what it is. I think it's 2. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Oh, to the phone number, yeah. Curse snap. Oh, have you never been here when I've done my like my robot voice? My like My customer voice, not specifically that voice, but like the like customer service voice. That's so funny. It's not just automatic. Not to the rest of the world. If you're dialing within North America, it is. But if you're trying to, or if you're, but like if you're ordering something online and they're asking for a number or something like that, then like a confirmation of like, what's the phone number or something like that, then it's not automatic. For certain things, like on Etsy kind of thing, or like on certain places, etc. It's not common you'll need it, but it's like if it ever asks for something, you know, you're ordering international. Whenever I'm on a website for shipping, yeah, it's become more common that it just auto does it, but it can still be a problem. That's all I know. I think more for like Redbubble orders or stuff like that. I don't know. But I have no idea. But you learn something new. So if you ever see something in the future that's like, put a number in and you don't have a first number in, gonna be 1. If you're from North America. Spraying holy water as you speak. My customer service voice is a metaphoric octave higher than my regular voice. Oh my god. No, see, that's the voice I would use. I would mess with people in a drive-thru with that voice, man. Oh my god. It's just fun. It's good fun. It's good. It's great. Me and my friend, we just used to like do different voices. Not well either. We would just do different voices at each other over the drive-through headset for this one place I worked at. Just to see what we could get away with before somebody on the other like end would be like, what? Like they would be confused themselves. Oh my god, it was great. Simply dismantle and reconstruct the ship first to have never existed in the first place. You know what? Just blow it up. Don't order from Rebel because, good God, it's expensive. Shipping is expensive, and then I have to play duty on top of that. I'm not saying. It's just a fact of like, oh yeah, this is something that goes on that a lot of people from North America never think to do. That's all. I say you gotta do any of it. I got a tapestry for my ex-roommate from Redbubble, and I thought it was gonna be 145 after all the charge. Good lord! Great Scott! Bah! Bah, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 legs full. Oh, yeah. But yeah, Wendy Brown's pretty good, though. Same with, oh no, what's her name? Catherine McNeely, that's what it, Dr. Catherine McNeely. I'm also a big fan of her work. I think she does some really solid work, particularly with her examination of, like, radical democracy theory. I think it's riveting. I mean, it's probably the lamest thing you'll ever read, but like, it's super nerdy probably, but also it's so cool, man. It's vehemently interesting because it genuinely gets into the ideas of why we think what we think and where that comes from, why we do it, what it means to try to have ideals, what it means to say, no, this is the line in the sand. We don't go past this. Or should we change that line in the sand? Do we have it in the wrong place? Is it problematic how we currently have things? And why is it problematic? And where does that problem get fixed? How can it get fixed? All these things, it's interesting little dilemmas that get brought up. I just think are just, I don't know, fascinating. Is that too thin? It might be too thin. I don't know. I might want to take it back a little bit farther. I don't know how I feel about it only being 4 across here. Because it's just really tight. Like, that's really tight for like a moat. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty, well, we'll see later. We'll edit it later if I don't like it. The easiest thing is to take it back. And what can I get rid of? Something in here has to be useless. I guess the wheat. That was a hardcore. You're not allowed, dude. You're not. I'm gonna get a spray bottle in here. I'm gonna bring a spray bottle in the chat. You know what? I'm gonna use the horn, man. You get out of here. Kick on. You stop that. You bad angel. Can't be in here eating the hardcore. Come on, man. I need to blow up a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Oh man. You know what else I'm really excited for? I'm really excited for what is it called? So I've shown it before. I showed it before the actual third game came out, Total War 3 or whatever. Came out that I'd shown some trailers for that, I think, at the time. I don't think anybody had any interest in it. It was just something I was like, guys, look at this thing, it's so cool. But anyways, it's out now. But then, excuse me. What was I doing? Oh yeah, TNT. But then beyond that, we actually what we have is a another game coming out, or not another game, like a free, effectively, like expansion to it. So they've been making these Total War games for like since, I don't know, 2015 kind of thing. I think this is when the first one came out, and this is the third came out this past year. And the promise was originally when they made the first three games, or when they made the first game or whatever, that like as it went forward, by the time they got to the final game, all three games would then mesh together and make one giant campaign map, which is, simply put, nuts. Like genuinely insane, like bonkers. It is. I don't use the word bonkers very often, you know, it feels like over the top. But if I were to ever use the word bonkers to describe something, it would probably be the task of trying to stitch together and keep balanced and keep art direction the same through three genre games, all with their own individual campaign, like full like $60 games that like all have their own individual campaigns and units and everything like that. And then you stitch them together eventually, 7 years later, having it all come together as one great big world map that you can then play on. But it looks so cool. It's just genuinely set up to be like this years to come development for like additions and DLC and stuff like that. It redefines what it means to have made a strategy game. Genuinely, like I mean that like the most earnestly as I've meant anything else. I think it redefines what it means to have made strategy games, which Total War as a series has always kind of done, but like it's just to another level, man. Like an inscription? I have no idea. I have to go. Have a good night, gang. Bye, Medicine. Oh wait, before you do go, Medicine, fun fact, I did want to mention there is actually a fungal character in that game as well. Just that maybe, like, I think I just thought of you when I saw it at one point, was there's like a spore creature or something like that, and I was like, oh yeah, you know who would probably like this? Menacing. But anyway, bye, have a good night. What's up with xylophone? I have no idea. I have no idea, Stabby. You tell me, man. You tell me. I could not, for all the tea in China, tell you that. Also, careful, chicken. Careful with them spoilers. You're gonna get taken out by the mob, man. You're gonna get taken out. And I don't mean the mafia when I say that. I just mean I just mean MJ's gonna be up on the ceiling with a sniper. I'm gonna be like, no, chicken. I'm gonna hear. I imagine that's gonna be like your death sound. You know, everybody has one. Everybody has one. We're all video game characters in real life, you know? Everybody has a death sound, and I imagine that's yours. It just goes, because I find that funny. I find that hilarious that that would be what that is. But yeah, what's very interesting about that world though is it like really explores, so it's set in kind of like Warhammer's world, but like it's Warhammer Fantasy, so not Warhammer 40k. So it's like an entirely different take on Warhammer. It has similar factions, but it's like in a high fantasy medieval setting kind of thing. And it just, listen, you can play rats that have like rat people that have invented nuclear and chemical weapons. You can play just giants. Literal, yeah, you can play ogres that just feed a giant mouth in the ground, and you can play effectively a feudal China that has giant Masonic stone statues that come to light and shoot beams at things. You can play Egyptian ancient mummy kings that come to life with undead hordes, and you can play Drakenhof, who's like effectively a vampire count, and you can play like elves and dwarves who have like these more mechanical versus more forest-based play styles, and like it's what you can play lizardmen, you can play dinosaur people. It's crazy. It is an insane world, and I am genuinely just so excited for when the full thing comes out, and you can just absolutely why do you keep getting hit but not dying or losing any hearts? Namely because I have really good protection and I'm at full hunger, so if I did lose a heart it'd probably heal, and then otherwise it's just really good protection, so it just takes a hit or two. Like here, if I let this guy hit me for a bit, there you go, that's half a heart, that's a full heart. Like it just takes a bit to break through the protection spells first. And then yeah, after and losing the saturation of hunger is one of the main reasons why people lose hearts. Which is why it's important to eat food that has good saturation. Golden carrots, I don't know this in world, but yeah, golden carrots in world is the best form of saturation you can get outside of like it's a suspicious stew made from barley corn, I think. I'm pretty positive. But yeah, anyway, it's just such a wild little world. Like, genuinely, I kind of want, I mean, it's not, listen, I know none of you are here to watch me play strategy games, but I also kind of think it would just be hilarious to play that game with y'all, because, come on, I should have just gone for it. I should have got him. That was my bad. I let him explode where I should have just like doubled down and killed him. I always forget how good my sword is. It only takes 2 hits, like a crit and a hit to kill a a creeper. So long as I don't get like interrupted or miss, it's like pretty simple. That arrow is gonna be a bit of a concern, but like, yeah, see, that arrow that hits me midair is a bit of a concern, which is why I tend to hit and then back and then go, because it's just safer that way than to properly engage. Because if you can't get 2 real quick hits off, then oof. Oof. Hey, killing my man. See, that's the thing. Yeah, I'd probably do it as like a Wednesday stream or something. You know what I mean? Like that would be something that I'd be like, you know what? Happy Wednesday. Let's play a bunch of lizard people. See, that's what I mean. I get hit from behind and then bada bing, bada boom. I'm too close and it still blows up because I don't realize there's something directly behind me. Here. Spider jockey, love to see them. I hate to see them. You get out of here. Oh no, I'm not going over there. I hate witches. Which also chicken. That's another tip. One thing a lot of people don't realize, until you have, and even right now, even with all the protections I have, probably outside of like a boss, the worst mob you can face in a hardcore world is witches, and the reason is poison. Poison in normal Minecraft takes you down to half a heart, so you can just hide. if you're poisoned at a certain health level, poison in hardcore just kills you. It doesn't stop. It never stops. So at a certain point, if you're not healing fast enough, and you'll typically need like a golden apple to get through it, because otherwise if you don't heal fast enough or have a restoration potion going, you're dead. Because it's true damage. It's not what you call it. It's true damage rather than protected damage from them, you know? Yo, Poopsie, what's up, dude? Ow, dude. Any more creepers around? Gotta be one or two, right? It's gotta be. There simply must. I refuse to believe there are not. Yo, Poopsie, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Kind of you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I think I'd do like one of those as like a Wednesday stream or something like that. Just because it's not typical content, but it is like, and it's very like, it's got like a campaign map turn-based strategy game kind of thing. It's like a whole element to it is just really not conducive to like, I mean, it's very slow moving when you want it to be. So it's still good for like having a chat, but also it's very visually intensive and stuff like that. There's just so much to it. What's interesting about that versus other strategy games though, is a lot of people get really into it because there's so much lore that already exists for its world. A lot of people get really into playing the characters to try to do, and the game has built-in quests to do things that happen in the lore. So like the dwarves seek to reclaim their ancestral home, and that's like one of your goals that you could do, or you could just go for like, I want to conquer everybody kind of thing if you really want. But like, but in their campaign, everybody has like these set amount of goals or different reasons for chasing the same thing. And like, I hate tall grass with every fiber of my being, man. It's the worst. Okay, this is just on me. See, that's what I mean. I could just, like, if I just go up and go like, bap, they die pretty quick. It's pretty easy enough. But then tall grass, or will hit it, or I'll get hit out of the way or something like that. What I'm saying, chat, is I've never done a thing wrong in a video game, and nothing's ever my fault, you know? You know? Oh my gosh. My vow was when explored is always sword, torch, food, pick, water, axe, block, milk, so I can remove effects. See, I never waste a spot on milk. If I had bundles, I would, but otherwise I don't. I just don't. I'm just like, it's so rare, and if I just don't engage a witch, because there's also just no reason to fight a witch. It's like you get surprised by witches. You have no reason to fight them. I have to go pretty soon, so I'm gonna say bye now. Thank you for the stream. I've enjoyed. It's like a podcast as I played a single player survival world. Hey, that's mighty kind of you, dude. That's as best as I can hope for. I just hope to provide some entertainment while y'all do whatever you do. I know some people do homework while they do stuff, and some people clean their house a la Pink or something like that, you know? Of course, nothing could ever be Nap's fault. Of course. It's like Russia in the winter. That was winter's fault, man. Good lord. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, Dragon Court, I hope you have a wonderful week, dude. Boy. People like you who are nice make me happy. Oh, that's mighty kind of you, dude. I mean, hey, thanks. I try to be kind. I'm a firm believer of, you know, do good and good will happen. Doesn't mean it'll happen to me, but like, you know, I try to be positive in the world. The world's got enough going on. I think that's what song is about. Yeah. Also make sure inventory is clean. What do you mean? This is so very clean. This is so clean with it. What do you mean? I need. Are you telling me I don't need this? That's comedy. That's just good streaming. Come on, man. Made curtains this last stream. Let's go. Man, y'all are so wildly talented. The amount of you who are like, oh yeah, just did some classic art. I'm like, you did what I could for years try to do the art that's like Mellow was like, oh yeah, this ain't very good. I'm like, excuse me. That is phenomenal. How dare you? Oh my god. Which, I mean, I understand everybody has their own personal benchmarks, and there's nothing wrong with that as well, but like, it's just so funny. I'm like, I could make a stick figure, my friend, and not a very good one at that. They had better be Caillou levels of bald, because otherwise I got nothing. Oh my gosh. Never seen a cleaner inventory. See, Edward? You doubter. Dog walking time. Let's go. I'll be back before the end of the stream. That's good, Pig. Have fun. No, my last slide is horn. If I didn't have one, this is where I'd put my horn. If I had one. Oh man. I do need to fix up the front of how that looks. It looks so gross right now. Oh, I should go see how much whatchamacallit it's made. Bamboo. I need a lot of bamboo still. Whoa. Almost bad, but I'm too good at this game, so you would never see me fall down a ravine. That would be so silly. I was just testing you, Chad. I was just testing you. See, but at the same time, dragons and cats, a lot cooler. But can you draw dragons with cat whiskers or cats with dragon wing? That's the real question. I wish to see cat with tiny dragon wings. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Cats or dogs? Both. I've had both all my life. I like both. I like them both quite equally. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's doing pretty well. That's doing pretty well. I might expand this, or I might make it sugarcane on the other side. I can't decide. Because it's definitely going to be the same type of farm, but I can't decide if I want it to be like a wraparound full of, whatchamacallit, a wraparound full of bamboo, or if I want this side to be sugarcane. Because this same farm works for sugarcane the same that it does for bamboo. But I don't have as much of a need for sugarcane at this point, other than, you know, books and stuff. But I also have just so much sugarcane down there. So it's just kind of like this whole ordeal that I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Also need to... Oh, didn't mean to break it all the way back to being shiny, but all right. I like it to be just semi-rusted. Can't get that top one. You jerk. You know what? One stream, obviously not this Friday, because this Friday we're playing Stray, but one stream is just straight up going to be me coming back and finishing all these projects properly. I need to get the bee farm up soon too, but I want to find out where I want to do that. I think the bee farm is going to exist outside of the actual castle area. So like that side of the river is farmland, basically. Like there's eventually going to be a wall that like comes up and like it's gonna cut here as well, kind of ordeal, because like that's gonna extend out this way, because this will all be cities still. This is gonna be the industrial district, but I think right up there I want to build almost like a fake tree. Good night, peeps. I gotta go pass out if I don't sleep. Pieces. Oh, bye were plant. Sleep well. More cat dog. I have 2 dog and 10 cat, but we have 7 cat anyway. Ooh. See, I've always kind of liked it. I've always kind of liked both. I guess it depends on both. I'm not that I dislike them, but I probably myself wouldn't own. I like big dogs. Like I probably wouldn't myself own like a little like a Pomeranian or something like that. Like that's just not really a dog type that I would personally own. I think they're very cute for other people, but they're not personally something I like. But yeah, and same with cats. Like I probably wouldn't own a Persian cat, but like I like barn cats, and I like what do you call it, calico cats, stuff like that. I just like animals. They don't need to be like specific breeds. I like mutts, but I like big dogs as well. I think right up here I'm gonna build like a fake tree. I love that for you. Yeah, no, but genuinely, like there's people who love little dogs, and genuinely awesome. I mean, a dachshund would be the closest thing I'd probably get for a little dog, and then even then I don't know, but like just because it's not for me doesn't mean other people can't like it. I think up here I'm gonna transform this to be effectively a fake giant tree, kind of like that, but it's gonna be more of a bee dome. Like the bottom's gonna look like an old stump, and the top's gonna have like a glass dome, and then it's gonna have auto harvesters to harvest the honey as it comes up. Because I think that seems cool. And I should get like a barn or 2 there. I was gonna put a windmill over here, but maybe I'll do the other windmill here instead of over there. because I was gonna have another windmill, because eventually, like, I want all of this to become farmland. Like, I need to do one stream that's like genuinely just planting a bunch, because the goal of over here is this is the breadbasket to what will become, once a castle is probably built, the castle there in the kingdom. So it needs to feed a lot of people. So yeah, there's farmland for animals, there's stuff like that. I need to have a barn over there eventually. Lots to do. So much. So much to do. My goodness. You know what? Actually, I think I will expand this out right now. Let me go get a hoe. Gives me orange tabby vibes. Well, I mean, like, my current cat Jasper's pretty cute. Which, like, you know, he's not really a tabby, but he's like, I mean, I got him from like a pound. I got him as a kitten though. It was really cute. I was surprised. Just serendipity kind of thing that he was the only cat available, actually. Well, him and his sibling, but yeah. Pair of kittens, and I could only get one. I was like, well, Jasper it is. He's great. Genuinely, he's adorable. I love him. I mean, he can be a little annoying by times, but like, only in the way that, you know, like, yeah, he's him and I'm me, and people clash, you know. Not that he's people, you know what I mean? But is the wall done? Did I miss that? Effectively. Like, there's tune-up things that need to be done to it. Like, there's genuine, like, little touches, but for the most part, the wall itself is kind of done. And so for that, I'm kind of exploring other projects. Like the wall's not gonna move past this, and then the outer wall isn't finished yet at all. But like you can see, like this needs to be done up. I'm probably gonna add like a thing here, like because eventually the castle is gonna have like a tower there, kind of thing. I'm thinking I might put in there another tower that like has a bridge over top of this, a pedway that'll connect into the actual castle itself. Like that needs to be finished, but I think that needs to go up a block because it's technically misaligned. That's just a pain. I just haven't gotten around it because I forced you guys through so much wall that I was like, I should mix it up, do a couple other things. So I've been getting to some other projects. So for instance, the tree is almost entirely built. It just needs a few more branches done and then some leaf work. The walls are nearly completed in that way. The riverway, today was a great stream for that because we basically completed what's that end, which then it's already connected at this end, and it's just kind of finish up some touch up, and then there was so much wall. See, that's what I'm saying. I needed to give some break. It's why I haven't started the castle yet either. Also, I still need way more quartz. A full stream, which I don't want to put Medicine through it, or MJ through it, but like a full stream is gonna need to be just me in the nether looking for quartz. And stuff like that, because I need like 5 double chests of quartz. Like it's a castle made of quartz. It's the white castle, the shining, like, well, that's not exactly its name yet. I haven't picked a name for the castle, but it's gonna be like an all white castle kind of thing, with I think a dark interior. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. The Olympics have to progress. Yeah, but I feel bad. Re-roaming David soon? Well, I do need to finish his house, and then he'll have more room to roam around, at the very least, you know? So that's kind of important, but, it's little things. I was actually gonna do mostly nether today, but in the back of my mind, and it's been fine today, so I think I would do it next time, like next month, I guess, or whenever I next stream this world. But, I was going to go to the nether today, and I didn't specifically. I didn't make. Oh, I'm such a dum-dum. Specifically because last stream it lagged so many times. Like just in world, like I'd jump and it would like totally freeze up and like I'd land weird or something like that. And I just don't. I just did not wish to lose the hardcore world because the new version of Minecraft has a bit of lag to it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I would hate everything. I would be so sad. And that, right, and Perfect. This should be enough. You can enchant hose, but other than unbreaking and like some speed that you get with it with like efficiency, there's no real reason to, right? Like unless you're breaking a lot of like moss or wool or something like that, right? Nether next Monday? Probably. That's my hope. That's my goal. Because I need to get on with the quartz mining, man. I need to. It's so important. It is holding up the rest, like the actual main build. Which, I mean, I can get the skeleton of it done pretty easy, but like... And I'm also tooling around with a few, like... I've restarted the whole, like the west wing of it for a bit. Because I had a whole, I had a whole west wing of the castle that I wanted, but then I got a totally different idea in my brain. I need to expand out the actual terrain a bit on the like hill that is, just to properly fit it all. But yeah, the whole thing, it's a whole ordeal, you know. A GABA and ghoul, you know. One, two, three, four. I really do wish they'd do a food update that had like that's what I'm hoping for. I guess like I know there's archaeology and other stuff, but like what do you guys actually, I know it's way too far out to truly predict, but what do you think will come about this Minecraft Live? It's coming up. It's only like 3 months out probably. October is when they usually do it. So 3 or 4 months away, but like we now have had a massive terrain update. Like I'm thinking we're either gonna get a new dimension announced, or it'll be one more update before that. You know what I mean? Yo, hello, Paris. Is that how you say your name? Paris, or just Paris? Apologies if I butchered that. For live, when they haven't announced it. I mean, true. Yeah, who knows? Actually, after this past year, they might just decide Minecraft Live's more trouble than it's worth. I doubt it, though. They did a creator summit this year and stuff like that. And it's just abnormal if they didn't. It would be weird for them to, like, not do anything. I don't just mean weird as in, like, abnormal. I just mean, like, it's genuinely just an odd thing to do as a company. But they may not. They very well may not. It's totally possible. Gotta go, sorry, bye, see you later. No worries about that, dude. If you ever want to come back, I stream every Monday and Friday, same time, 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, feel free to come back if you like. It's been lovely having you, dude. Pleasure. Like box will fall, gravel or sand. What? What? I'm so confused by that statement, chick. I read that and I have no idea what it's connected to. Did I miss something? Genuinely, I hope that they announce they'll be working on things that have been pushed back. Well, see, that's the thing. I think for archaeology, it got them into a weird area where they weren't sure what they wanted to do with it. I think like there's got to be a new portal, whether it be this patch or another. Like it is genuinely a weird troll by a company to not do it. You know what I mean? Like it would just be, I don't even think it's like out of the realm of possibility. I just genuinely think it's been a long time. It would get a lot of people hyped. And on top of that, they've just been like making it seem like it was gonna happen. And it would be weird for them to not follow through on that. It would just genuinely be like, that, okay. Like it would just be like, I mean, okay, but weird. If they're not obligated to do it, it's just odd thing to like really kind of show your hand that you're planning to do that and then not do it. You know what I mean? Like it would just be a really weird direction to take. To not. And again, that doesn't mean this patch. That doesn't mean the following patch. That just, I think it's coming. And I think it's gonna connect through the Deep Dark. It's just too many things make no sense to not do that. I don't think it's a question of if, but when. You know what I mean? That's kind of my take. You asked what they're gonna announce. I want falling light source that I can use when caving. Oh, a falling light source. Well, I mean, just get Optifine. Like, I know, but like, if you just have Optifine, you could just, or I guess if you're not on Java or whatever. Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, you could have had a glare. Kind of would light up the place for you. Life would be good. Everything would be better if we had the glare, but no, we had to get the LA. How many people have truly used the LA? Huh? And I don't mean your hermits. I don't mean your Minecraft content creators who are using it because it's fresh and new and content. I mean, how many people have actually taken the time to set up an LA farm? Like, no one. Stupid man. Gabagool. Loads of people have. I've not seen one. I've seen none. Me here on my lonesome little world. It hasn't happened to me, and therefore it's never happened anywhere. Them's the breaks, kids. That's how it works. It's a cruel world. But if Napoleon VII doesn't do it, no one does it. We all know this. We all know it to be true. We just won't speak it into existence. We know, though. We know, chat. We know that if I don't do something, nobody does it. That's how life works. Don't try to tell me otherwise. We all know, chat. We all know. Chat will try to convince you that, no, Napoleon, just because you haven't done something doesn't mean nobody else has. But we all know it to be true. Oh my god. Wait, will it be the Deep Dark or just something completely different? What if we find corrupted thieves? Oh, I'm sorry. I do hope they learned the lesson about using concept art for potential representation, because some of us know the concept art is concept art, but people, but that's the thing, is that's BS. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid to be like, oh no, they can't use concept art anymore. Like, okay, so now nothing. Like, I hate. The problem for me with Fireflies wasn't to the Fireflies were in the concept art, like the birch biome concept art should have been flagged more. I understand there should have been better communication, but it doesn't mean they shouldn't use concept art. That's 90% of game development. And that's why it was so stupid. We were like, but the concept art, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, they genuinely did make it sound like that was an 100% confirmed coming to the game thing, and that's a shame that they should not have done that. But how many other games have shown concept art that never shows up? Do you know how many games have made things that like how many Bethesda games or how many Rocksteady games or anything like that where just whole concepts get scrapped by the end, and you're like, yeah. Well, they were probably stating that it is final, not the final representation. See, and that's the thing is, I understand what you mean, but I have always thought it was so stupid that games had to put in front of them, this is alpha footage and does not reflect the final game, or like all those different things. Because I've always been like, well, yeah, who's looking at a game trailer and thinks this is how it's gonna be? Like, this is for sure, or concept art displays and be like, yeah, it's absolutely. You could just look at the end credits to the Mandalorian series. They show concept art all the time for what Star Wars concepts could have been like. It's why you publish art books. See, that's what happens when they don't. Yeah, that's because people are stupid. It's because people are stupid. Like. Or sorry, people are unrealistic, I should say. People are unreasonable. I shouldn't say stupid. That's not fair. And again, I agree. I think they made it seem more like a guaranteed thing than they are. See, and yeah, MJ is correct. There isn't a rule. There's just a general practice. But that's I think the only issue is people are so used to Minecraft not cutting features. You know what I mean? Like they typically don't cut. You know what I like, if that makes sense? It's rare that I think Mojang is ever like cut features. They'll delay, or they'll be like, oh, it needs to come on a different thing, or they'll tell you very early on like something's cut, but like that close to a launch to have, like it was very close to launch to say the Birch Forest isn't coming anymore. You know what I mean? Never promised it would happen either way. Yeah, again, that's my take on it, but I'm giving like, you know, benefit of the doubt type deal. Let's go, I'm super bouncy. Woo! 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 Aw. Man. Well, it's kind of fair, people are pretty stupid. Yeah, but like, you know, it's not good to say, you know? Often it's not that people are stupid, it's that people don't have a frame of reference or have not been educated on something. You know what I mean? It's not like to say somebody's stupid, it implies that there's like no, like to me at least, it implies that like it's just an inherent thing and not something that is the cause of other contributing factors. I don't know. It's not nice to call people stupid, you know? Yeah, room blocked off, and he goes in, tell him to go in his room. Oh. Wow, you've become a parent. So differently than any other game. Chicken, absolutely. Minecraft's dev, like the whole thing is treated so weirdly different. It's such an enigma. And people feel so entitled. And it's wild. And don't get me wrong, I have problems with Minecraft. There's tons of things I'd change. But like, anyway, I'm also not saying any of you are like bashing anybody. Don't take this as me drawing a comparison and being like, you're doing the exact same thing as the awful people online, because I'm not. I think genuine criticism just got lost and is now unfindable, if that makes sense, for the 1.19 update. I think at this point it's become no conversation could truly be had about it. I think it should just be moved past, if that makes sense. Oh, I thought it was nighttime. But anyway, you know what? Also, I was gonna say, I'm just continuing to farm here a little bit. I was gonna say, I'm really interested in, I've gotten really back into Atlantis lately. Not the movie per se, but I mean the movie as well. The movie's sick. If you've never seen the movie Atlantis, do yourself a favor and go watch it. Like, do yourself a big favor and just go watch the movie Atlantis. It is so good. I adore it. But beyond that, something that I think is very interesting is the idea of, I kind of want to run, I don't even know if it'd be D&D. I kind of want to tell a story set in like a city like Atlantis, if that makes sense. It just seems like such a, like an advanced civilization crumbling apart is such an interesting story beat to explore, if that makes sense. I just think in general, not even hubris per se, but just like the collapse of powerful ancient societies is such a cool thing. Yo, Pesto 6969, what's going on, dude? Aldo, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I think the collapse in general of like super highly advanced societies, but not like even collapse, like them being forced underwater is really interesting. And I wonder, actually, that would be interesting to explore like a more heavy Triton campaign. For those that don't know, Triton are kind of like fish people in D&D. I feel like the aquatic races never get to like, they're always forced on land with like occasional missions off like in the ocean. So it'd be cool to do like a full on like, no, we're just everybody is a seafaring creature. Every last one of us. You're a Kuatoa, you're a Triton, you're a... there's another fish person that I'm forgetting that's like a better Triton. But you know what I mean? I just think that'd be cool. I think that'd be neat. To like properly explore the, I don't know, the divergence in playstyle that can create. Because you're in a totally different type of gravity, you're in a totally different type of like scenario. This seems cool. Not that it's gonna be the end all be all. I mean, it'd probably have a lot of kinks to work out, but like, God, you gotta admit, sounds pretty sick. I've absolutely no idea, dude. I've no idea. Your riddle has befuddled me. If you sub, you feel so true, King. So true. That is where coolness comes from. Favorite game, Minecraft, VR chat, gender, a male name. Starts with MR and C. Gift 100 subs. Sweet Jesus, I'd cry. That's illegal. That's just not allowed, man. Come on, man. I've genuinely no idea. Wait 1 second. Yo, Loki, what's up, dude? I'm doing great. Starts with MR and C are in the middle. L is at the end. Marcusel. Marcusel. It ends with an L now. Marcusel. Oh, Marcel. Is it Marcel? Because that might fit a bit better than Marcusel. I'll be honest. Forcing the word Marcus might not be the smartest of plays there. I'll level with you. Maybe not my best and brightest. I like that you just said yes. You didn't say no to Marcusel, so I could be right with Marcusel still. I could have got it. You know, it could be Marcel, but it could also be Marcusel. There was no definition, you know. You've done the worst so far. Let's go. I mean, come on. Somebody has to be the worst, man. And like, I am way far away ready to do that, dude. Marcel, not Marcusel. Oh, man, come on. Marcusel's a way cooler name. I mean, is it absolutely nonsensical? Absolutely. But it's cool. Nobody else is gonna have that name. Yeah, true. I mean, don't force people to give stubs, my friend. Don't force people to give stubs. But I know you're not. I know you're not. But yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, speaking of chat, I haven't actually even talked about the sub goal today yet. But yep, the sub goal is currently Portal because enough people were like, we would like to see you play Portal. So should we reach before the end of the month 50 subs, then we'll do Portal. Because why not? Guess who's the happiest guy in the world? Probably like Harry Styles stylist, or maybe like an insurance company on Jeff Dunham, because he just kind of works with puppets. He doesn't really do anything dangerous. So you know, maybe one of those two. Rain. It's raining and rain lives here. Rain. Rain. L to chat. Oh, L plus ratio. Hey, Edward, you know, if you're offering, I'm just saying. Edward, if you're wink wink nudging offering, I mean, absolutely feel free. Sweet Jesus, I was actually spooked there for a second. Do you have... My God, I was actually spooked. Don't do that to a man! Wait a minute! Also, I didn't even say anything, but sorry, I misread that for a second. But also, yo, Edward, thank you so much for the gifted, dude! God bless, you nearly gave me a heart attack. I genuinely was like spooked for a hot second. I was like, please tell me that you did not just do what I think you did. Not in the way of, I mean, on the one hand, it's a really good thing for me. Like, it helps me immensely, but still, bruh. Like, oh, man. I think I've done enough farming. I've expanded the farms to be, like, properly plotted out. I think, right? Like, that's proper. So, like, the potato farm's expanded out a whole section of a field. That's expanded out a section of a field. The river is basically done at this point. It just needs a little bit more work done. Imagine if that kind of... That's what I'm saying. I was like, Edward, please. I want a spook option. The spook option is, like... I mean, unless you're Gombar. Gombar just uses the bits, which good gravy. I swear to God, that Gombar just has nearly given me a heart attack so many times. Oh, I gotta make a note of that so I turn those off for Stray, because I will cry. I mean, I won't. I can't. But, like, you know, I could, you know, but I can't. But, you know how it is. Chat! Look at this outfit, man. Look at it. Look at the little gold Yeezys. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, you thought. Foul temptress, you thought. Get obliterated, nerd. I'm inside. I could see all around me. Only for a brief minute did I actually consider that was real. Only for a hot second. Did that hot second absolutely within an inch of my life make me go like, wait a minute, did I leave the door open? But no. There's a spooky one for y'all wondering. Yeah, there's that. There's the pigmen for in the nether. There's the... Yo! MJ! Good lord! Thank you for a gifted as well! Guys! I'm out here. Oh my God. Now, okay, now imagine I do that 30 more times. Okay. Good gravy. Thank you so much, you two. Oh my God. Genuinely, thank you everybody who subbed today. That's been deeply kind of all of you. Thank you a lot. Oh my God, we're already up to, yeah, like 25. Look at that. Good Lord. My God. Well, genuinely, thank you guys. I hope it's been a fun stream for you guys. I had a blast. I know we were mostly working on little things to pitter about here and there, but yeah, it's been really fun. I enjoyed it. Genuinely, I'm so excited for this Friday. This Friday is gonna be a great stream. It's gonna be something different. It's gonna be a game called Stray. If you're not familiar with it, basically you play a stray cat in a technological future, and it looks really fun. And okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna end up. Yeah, you know what? Thanks, Edward. Great, awesome, Edward. So mean. All right, chat. Well, I'm gonna catch you in the next side. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to join the Discord or follow me over on Twitter. Those are the best ways to know when I am streaming, though I do stream every Monday and Friday, 4:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to stop on by anytime. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll catch you later. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye.